Okay, so we're broadcasting once again. We're here live at Grant. This is the Good Afternoons with Joron Bryce, like B before Rice, Bryce, who is here in the studio once again. And this is GHCR.NYC. And for those of you who would like to see our transmitter cams, 959.GHCR.NYC. And once again, the round table of Good Afternoons, and we're going to let our big-time host, Mr. Joe Ron Bryce from Grand Houses ESQ, and he is the CEO and EIEIO of everything that he does, and he's prepared to hit it. Let's get a mic check right quick, Joe.
Microphone check 1 2.
All right, Ricky.
My name is Rick.
I'm sorry, Rick.
Okay.
That's what happens when you're a boxer and you say something out the way. He act like he's gonna punch you in the face.
Well, you know, if you put yourself in that position, that's what happens.
I'm not coming up. You see how far I'm away from you?
It's all about positioning.
I'm over here, man. I ain't trying to get the shit smacked out of me.
It's all about positioning.
Go ahead, man. What's your name, young kid?
Hey, peace amongst y'all. It's Mensa Laporte, like the door, la porte.
Was that French?
Yes, sir.
Je ne parle français, man.
Tu parles français?
No, je ne parle français.
Pourquoi?
No. Écoutez et répétez. Don't speak no French.
Pardon, monsieur. Pardon. Pas de souci.
We don't be got no way to talk French. I took French in the 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade. And the only thing I remember is the teacher, we would walk and the teacher would go, écoutez et répétez. So I remembered that, and I remembered how to tell people that I don't know how to speak French.
That's respect.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
respect.
That's what happens when you take French for 2 in junior high school.
Hey, you tried it.
You don't remember nothing. You know, I should have took Spanish probably, but anyway. Okay, Joe, take it away, baby.
Okay, today's date is September 15th, 2019. Today's a big day for us Harlemites. We have the African American Parade happening today from the hours of 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, today's significant about the African Parade, the annual African American Day Parade. It's the 50th annual. So they've been doing this thing for 50 years. So what I remember from this parade was it used to sometime, I don't know how it was, but I think it extended from Grant's Tomb, and I used to enjoy the Grant's Tomb festivities, and then I used to walk down from 125th Street all the way down to the Harlem Day Parade. So things has changed. What I witnessed today was a lot of law enforcement along Fishews.
You said Harlem Day?
Well,
it's not Harlem Day.
No,
it's African. There's no Harlem Day.
Yeah, no, but some people call it that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they call it the Harlem Day Parade.
Get out of here.
African American Day Parade.
I heard that.
And there's another day.
Do you know who's in charge of the parade? Do you know who operates and runs the parade? Anybody know that? Has anybody ever checked that out?
No, I haven't checked it out, but I'm on the website right now.
I think you should.
Yeah, we're going to check it out.
I think you should check out who is running the African American Parade.
Yeah, I'm on the website right now.
Who is the CEO and EIEIO of the African American Day Parade? I'm just wondering does anybody know that? We have it every year. And I don't remember it being at Grand Soon, but I remember it used to be on the Honda. It used to dead end at the Armory. And I remember that. I remember it when I could go back far enough because I live on 140th, and the parade used to dead end right in front of my building. So every year we would just go stand in front of in the hallway and stand in front of it and see the parade. And some years it's really hot on this day. Some years it's been cold. But I can remember Big Daddy Kane having a float when they was hot. That's how long this parade has been going on. Big Daddy Kane when they first started out. Yeah, that's deep.
So let me read some content off the website for you.
Who's running it?
So we had it says history.
They got any pictures of the people who run it?
Still photos. Let me get to it right now. Okay, the historical African American Day Parade mission statement. Our mission is to highlight African American culture, heritage, and unity, showcase the best and brightest of our community, and commemorate the legacy of our ancestors. Our vision to inspire the world where African Americans proclaim independence within our communities in the areas of business, education, health, arts, culture, and politics and government. Our story. Now, this is the meat you're talking about right here. The African American Day Parade, Inc., AADP, was founded in 1968 by two organizations, Afro American Day and United Federations of Black Community Organization. The first meeting was held.
Okay, but who are they? I never heard of them.
Well, we get into it. It's still more stuff. It's just the first paragraph.
Do they got any pictures of anybody who runs it? Do they got the pictures of the CIO, the CEO?
Well, we have 1969. Let's see.
Do we have the picture of the CEO? Do they have a thing that says, "This is our team," or "About us"? Any pictures of the people who run it, the management team?
I think it's an organization. So.
I know that, but dude, a lot of websites, people say we're doing this. They'll say, "About us, this is our team." And they'll show some of them. A lot of them have pictures of who.
Okay, you want to go right into that? Let's go to contacts and see if they have any faces. No, I don't see any faces.
Oh, I'm just finding it interesting that you have the African American Day Parade, and there's no pictures of the founders.
Yeah,
what does that tell you?
Sponsors.
What does that tell you if they have no pictures of the founders? As Rick would say, what becomes present for you at the door of your mind when you notice that there's no pictures of the founders, there's no story about the founders of the parade, other than saying organization. What would that lead you to believe?
Well, let's keep going. Maybe some.
No. Come on, just answer the question. I mean, if you don't want to answer the question, say I ain't answer it. That's okay. I'm with
Livingston Wingate.
I know who he is. I know who his father is. Livingston. I know Livingston Wingate, and I know Livingston Wingate Jr.
And Conrad Peters.
Okay, and go ahead.
And it says with 11 other community organizations.
Okay. I'm just saying, I know who Livingston Wingate was in charge of HARUAC, which HARUAC was the first big anti-poverty program that on the war on poverty was done by Lyndon Baines Johnson. So that's who Livingston Wingate is in his son. I remember his son. I used to hang out with his son. Can't play no ball though, Rick.
Cannot. Yeah, to add that in there.
Yeah, well, when you only know how to do like two things like me, you can kind of come back to at least one of them two things on a regular basis to let people know, just in case.
Okay.
So we don't know right now who that is. We're still looking it up. Our crack research team was looking it up.
Well, it says the meeting was overseen by community leader Livingston Wingate and Conrad Peters. Mr. Wingate served as AADP's first chairman. The two men were joined by 11 other community organizers: Jacqueline Peterson, Abdul Karim, Sider, Kenji J. Williams, Innes Francis, Joseph Steele.
So we don't know who manages.
There's a lot of people.
We don't know who manages or operates the parade.
These 13 members saw a need for positive representation of the African American community. It was our vision to produce a platform for multi-sectors of the community to come together and celebrate Black American heritage, talents, and accomplishments while also honoring our ancestors. On Sunday, September 21st, 1969, they hosted Harlem's first annual African Day Parade theme, Africa's Gift to America. And it goes on as another paragraph 50 years later, and it keeps going. So that's a little tidbit of the history, and you can see more information.
But we don't know who.
The website.
But they don't say who. They don't show you a picture of who it is.
No, okay. A lot of people in the committee. 13 people.
Okay, I know there's a lot of people in the committee, but that don't mean nothing.
You want the board of directors? That's what you want.
Well, who are they? I'm just saying we should. This is the parade that everybody celebrates. We should know who the founders and the organizers are, and who runs it, who's managed it every year. Because they charge money for those floats and all that. It's big. And you saw those cops out there.
Yeah, there was nothing but that.
Well, there's always a big presence. They've always had a big presence with that parade, because it was a time when you had people and bands coming from all over the place to watching that thing. Mm-hmm. I can remember, the first time they had a whole bunch of gay guys in the parade.
In Harlem?
Yeah, in that parade, there was one year they had all of these gay guys in the parade. And they had their little chant and everything, and they was going, and I said to myself, okay, they arrived. So that
wasn't there?
Huh?
You was there, huh?
Well, I told you the parade stopped right in front of my house. I did say that, didn't I? Yeah.
Where you live? Where it stopped at?
It stopped at the Armory. The Armory on 142nd
Street.
So the parade would go all the way up to go up to 7th Avenue, turn at 142nd, go down to the Armory, and that's where everybody would disperse at. Down by the Armory, they'd have the buses and everything because you'd have people coming in from, like Maryland, like on the East Coast to go to the parade.
So, Rick, what do you know about the African Day Parade?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about it. I know there was a time I worked in a state office building, and I know that's one of the hot spots.
Yeah.
They have the
stage.
They have the stage set up there. They have the.
But that's new. That's over the last. They just did that over the last 8 or 9 years.
That was like Harlem Week, right? You talking about?
No, you talking about the parade?
No, the parade.
They have that's where they are now.
They would have the audience with chairs where people could sit down, and they would always do a special thing
performance there
in front of the state building. Yeah, that was one of the hot spots.
Yeah, but they just started that I say about 10 years ago because the parade used to go straight through.
No. Yeah. They was doing it back when I was working, and they was doing it.
When was that?
I remember 125th Street used to be lit
back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You sure that? I'm with him. You sure that wasn't the Harlem? Because Harlem Week started on 125th Street right there. The first Harlem Week was on 125th Street between Lenox and 7th Avenue right there. That's where they had it at, and then they moved it.
No, we're talking about the parade.
No, I know you are, but I'm saying that Harlem Week used to be right there too. That's where it all started at, right there.
Yeah, and then it got out of control.
Then it got
out of control.
Got expanded.
Yeah.
So come on, Jerron, give us some of your good news, man.
Okay, so I have good news in regards to what we should do. My story of the week would be about this China, and they own 80% of our pharmaceutical medication. In regards to if China was to go rogue on us or didn't want to continue doing ties with U.S. or our dollar went down or Trump tariffs or whatever he done, how is it going to affect us when we can't get our medication?
What do you mean you can't
penicillin and antibiotics?
What do you mean you can't get your medication?
If China puts a hold on that, who's manufacturing it? 80% is in China.
What about the other side of it? I mean, why is it that they buy 80% of the medication from China? Do you know that answer?
Well, it's cheaper to manufacture.
Are you guessing?
No, I'm not. I mean,
that's what
China,
I don't know the answer
everything
to that.
imported from China is cheaper to manufacture, so I know that as a fact.
Okay, but I don't know. But my question is, why are they buying it from China?
It's faster. That's my question.
It's less expensive.
That's a question?
My thing is.
That's a question and a statement at the same time.
Oh, wow. That's some Columbia shit right there.
No, my thing is it's cheaper to
fucking
manufacture.
Columbia. That's fucking Columbia shit right there.
Yeah. So we have to get on our holistic game. I have a future guest who's going to come in. She already started her organization on
Does
holistic.
she know about that? Oh, you're going to do something else. Because, in Canada, medications is cheaper in Canada.
Oh, yeah, definitely know that. People
Okay, so why are they going to China then? See what I'm saying? Canada's right there. Why are they going to China when you can go right to Canada and it's cheaper than everything there? So there's more to this than just, China is holding up on something. Why are they doing the deal with them, especially with all these tariffs? Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So there you go.
Definitely not right.
There you go.
So I'm going to bring this holistic female in. She's going to break everything down to us. That's our future guest, but that's the top story that I felt. I can't get it today. She has an event coming up.
Okay. So.
Well, I mean, that's the top story today. I just found this out during the week, so I'm just giving you the good.
Okay, so
good news on that.
So let's
start
talk
going holistic. Start going natural, because we're not even in control of our medication no more. And if you didn't know that, get on top of it.
We've never been in control of our medication. I would make the point. I mean, you said we're not in case no more. I would make the point that we ain't never been in charge of our medication.
I mean, I know at one point we used to have dope over the counter. They used to manufacture dope.
What do you mean dope?
Like dope you shoot up used to be over the counter.
You mean
heroin?
You mean heroin?
Heroin.
Oh yeah, but now you're going back to you do that. You got.
Well, you said we ain't ever had control. At one point, we had a little control.
You could buy cocaine. Cocaine used to be mixed in.
Yeah, and the Coca-Cola cans and
everything. So yeah.
Yeah, so we had more control back in the days.
Well, all right.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to,
Yeah, but they don't have that no more.
I know.
But it still answers it still begs the question: why all of a sudden, since they was getting it before, why all of a sudden now you have to go to her?
Yeah. I mean, just a hot topic. We're going to break it down when I bring somebody as a specialist on there. So I just want to talk about that. And the parade is a big news. And last week's show, I wanted to talk about influential women. One of them was another rap star, Nicki Minaj.
Yummy.
So that issue about her leaving the rap game and have all her followers at a loss of what happened. She had a lot of people following her, influencing the people.
She'll be back.
Now she just stopped doing the game.
She'll be back. She just said she was stopping. But maybe she won't. Because, there was a little backlash. Maybe she won't stop, Jerome. I'm just saying.
What do you feel about that?
I mean, if she
And not only Nicki Minaj, the Cardi B's and the influence for my young women with these rappers, and they in the game, they out the game, and they dating certain people that you might want to follow, and they've given positive men a bad rap because if you're the leading female in the game or one of the leading females in the game, and you're making life decisions, that's an impact for our youth. How do you feel about that?
everybody got a life.
Yep.
And I think those people, we got to see them as humans too, that they got to live their own life in the way they want to. But also, it's a business move too. You know what I'm saying? How many times has Jay-Z said, "I'm leaving the game," and then come back? You know, it just depends on what the person wants to do in life. I can't knock their hustle.
I like that.
Yep.
I like to bring up a subject. Am I allowed to do that? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the guns, man.
You want to talk about?
Let's talk about the guns, man.
Oh, you want to hit the guns?
Let's talk about the guns.
Oh, you want to talk about the Democrats
Let's talk about the guns.
and how they was all ruling to get rid of the guns.
Yes. What do you think about that?
Um,
Beto O'Rourke said he said that he watched his lady came in and watched her 15-year-old daughter die after she got shot because there wasn't enough ambulance. And then in the middle of that, he said, "Hell yeah, we're going to take away your AR-15s and AK-47s." And there was, he immediately got a threat from a state senator saying, "Yeah, come and take my gun. I'm waiting for you. I'm coming to take my AR-15. I'm waiting for you." Which he wrote back and said, "You're the reason why we need to take the guns." So what do you think about that, man?
I think just leave our guns alone. You know, if you qualified to own a gun.
What do you mean qualified? What do you mean? There's no rules. There are no rules to get a gun, bro.
What? You mean felons can get guns?
There's no rules to get a gun. Yeah, a felon could get a gun if he want one. Yes. What's wrong with you, man?
Legally.
Oh, okay, but I said
Can
this,
you go to a gun store?
I just said there are no rules to get a gun.
Okay.
That's what I said. So so that would cover legal or non-legal. You could get one. That's all I'm saying. You could get one whether you're a felon or not. But I guess, Jerron, you're talking about people who are not felons.
Yeah.
Okay, what about them?
Well, if you made it, right? Mm-hmm. As a black man, you made it. You have a right to get a gun, I feel.
Okay.
Well, everything going against us, Okay. You don't want to get one. You don't want to get caught one illegal.
Okay.
So what are you going to do? Clean record.
What are you going to do with it?
You can have it. Just keep it in your home.
To do what?
Just feel proud you have one. Some people have a license without even.
Yeah,
driving.
no, I'm saying when you have it in your house, what are you going to do with it? Why is it there? I'm just asking a general question. I'm not,
in general,
in general. I don't mean I'm not
there just in case the government comes at us and we can defend ourselves to overturn the government in certain terms, it's like a malicious terms.
Okay, but now dig this. I see, Jerron, that you've been reading the Second Amendment. No, I'm happy though. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. A lot of people think that.
Yeah.
But what if I told you that even though you have one, it ain't going to protect you from nothing? What if I said that to you?
I will go right into the why, Doug. You got to break that down.
The reason why I said that is because I'm a convicted felon. Mm-hmm. I was in maximum security prison, mm-hmm. and I was in there with a lot of people who committed homicides. Mm-hmm. And even though I was not that smart, because obviously I was in there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, we talked about that off record,
yeah,
too.
Pretty stupid. And I had really worked really hard to get there, so I'm going to qualify that. I deserve to be there. Mm-hmm. I thought it was quite interesting that whenever any of them started talking about their homicidal acts, mm-hmm. I didn't hear anybody talk about they gave the person, the victim, a fair chance. Or a chance at all. Mm. So I'm kind of thinking, if you have a gun in your house and you have criminals who
and catch you off guard,
who are not catch you, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So what's the point of having a weapon if someone was to hurt you, they're gonna not even giving you a chance? And that's what I saw in the big house. I saw that most of the people in there who really were scary guys, by the way. Mm-hmm. I'm serious. That they wasn't interested in giving anybody a chance. So what militia are you talking about you're going to be in, and what government are you talking about when I seen a lot of the bad men, the government had all their asses, including me, up there in the good old maximum security? And it was a lot of us up there, by the way.
Well, as a man, if you want to, or alpha male rather.
What's your name?
Mensa.
Mensa. Have you ever done any time?
No, sir.
Okay.
The only time I've done is on Earth.
Oh, good. I'm just trying to make the point that
Yeah.
they're telling us, like Jerron is saying that, I need my Second Amendment and all that, and I'm thinking, how could you have a something like that where people can have a weapon with no rules and regulation?
Jerron, have you done any time?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you every time I'm on the air, I did time. I did a 1 to 3 when I was 18. I
But
got
he
my
was at-
GED
but he-
in jail, if you want to know.
But dig
1 to
this.
3.
Yeah,
but
punk
he-
scared bid.
Yeah, he was not a
What?
skid.
A skid bid.
He wasn't a skid bid. He's lying. But he was in minimum security.
Minimum security.
Yeah, but I had a high classification from downstate.
They don't know what that means, but that still means he was in minimum security.
I mean, I ain't doing
You
nothing.
should be happy.
I ain't trying to. I am. I ain't
happy.
I ain't do nothing crazy.
Happy.
I had a drug charge.
I'm only
trying to get some money out in the
I'm-
streets.
I'm only throwing that out there because I was in the maximum security prison, which right next door they had the Dannemora Hospital for the criminally insane. So they put you in, and that's the same prison that they put Tupac in. So you know they hate you if they put you in prison where they put Tupac. And if you do anything wrong there, they put you in the criminal hospital for the criminally insane, where, by the way, time stops when you go there. So if you have a 5-year sentence and they put you in there for 6 months, that 6 months doesn't count towards
man.
your prison time.
Wow. So wait, you said you were trying to get money in the streets?
Oh, if you want to know my story,
No, we don't want to know it, but he does.
if you want to know my story,
He does.
if you want to know my story,
Yeah, tell the G version
all right,
without naming names. Just
yeah.
So you
So-
were selling drugs or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
My mom, she did hair all her life. She did hair for like 35 years. She's still doing hair. She's working on her another shop. She already opened up a shop in the past. So since she had that kind of lifestyle, I was on my own when it comes to putting myself to bed and what to do. You know, I didn't have a lot of rules. I was in Grant, and then from Grant, I was just like, well, come upstairs before the porch lights come on. Pretty much, I could do whatever I want to do. So when it comes to you being out on the street, you might need some money. You don't want to steal from stores. You know, you want to have money. You hang out with your friends. Their parents might give them some money. You don't have anything. So you get the idea of what can I do positive to make money. So the first positive step I did was join Little Brothers Cookies. It was me and a couple of guys. I can mention names, but I'm not. There's a couple of guys from Grant, about 4 of us, and we went to they put me on and said, come to a Cotton Club and you could bake cookies. It's not like a real job because you're only 8 years old, but you can they give you maybe $20 a day for coming out, and you'll be doing community work, and you'll be making Little Brother cookies for like we did one for Governor Cuomo.
How'd you get in prison from selling Little Brook?
Hold on, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to being independent.
No,
We're
We
gonna-
didn't ask you to start when you was 10.
I mean, you want to know the story?
No, we wanna
It
know,
started-
like-
it started early.
We want to know the day before you got arrested. Start there.
The day before I got arrested.
Yeah,
you
start
want
there.
to know how you get into that? How you got there?
No, we don't want to know that. Once you got arrested, we want to know what happened after you got your ass arrested.
No. See, I got arrested following my cousin, who was an
that's
influencer.
why you got arrested. Okay.
Yeah, following her, the influence.
Let me ask you, when you went to the parole, did you tell the parole board that? Did you tell the parole board that you
I
were...
didn't have to tell them the board. You when you have a small bid like I had, you pretty much make the first board.
So you didn't have to talk to the
I don't have to
parole
go
board.
that hard.
You didn't have to answer no question?
No, not really.
Oh, wow.
They didn't give me no hard questions. I wasn't.
Didn't they ask you... I'm saying they didn't ask you, why'd you do it?
I don't even remember. That's how one of those interviews where you aced the interview. That's how I felt when I was seeing the board. Oh, I'm getting out of here. I say something squeaky clean. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
That was simple. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. But anyway, based on me and having a sense of having independence, by my mother having long hours.
So you decided to get into mischief, and then
yeah, but it didn't start from mischief. It was started on how to make a dollar, how to be a hustler. From 8 years old on,
okay.
And I used to sweep up the hair salons and do errands for money. Then after a while, the neighborhood guys, start having weed and something low level. I said maybe I could dip and dab in that because I know
and that's how you got in it.
Going down for that, and then it started. The crack era took over. And then it's like, you got the neighborhood. Listen, we get money doing this. We got the fresh clothes on your feet. Were you wearing the same old Boss jeans? Boss was big with the
We remember them.
BLS, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we remember all that.
So, you got fake Timberlands, imitation clothes, and you in high school, you in junior high school. It looks
peer pressure is terrible.
That was part of the reason why they implemented the uniforms in today's date now, because you would get teased, picked on,
So you was like basically a young dummy.
A young what?
Dummy.
Oh, man.
You
wasn't a dummy. I was a young hustler. I was a young guy getting money. It rhymes with dummy if you want, but it was money. It was a young money.
I would say if you got in minimum security in prison, you're a dummy.
Oh, you want to get maximum?
No. I would say
I feel going to prison today. Going to prison, period. You're a dummy.
Yeah, yes. Right answer. Right.
Yeah,
you're a dummy.
But if you have influential people around you and there is negative influences, you just find yourself caught up, especially as a young youth.
Okay.
So that's what happened to me.
Okay. But the reason why I said that, because when I went to the parole board, they asked me, what in the world was I doing?
See, you had a violent crime. You had a weapon, right?
And what's your point?
So even a cop would tell me.
What's your point?
A cop would tell me
Hey, Rick, what's your point?
A cop would tell me when they run up on me, right? People snitch on you, get money in the neighborhood. They run up on you and they say, "Listen, we respect guys like you more because you're out there hustling." Like Biggie Smalls' little juicy intro. You're just trying to make some money to feed your daughter.
Okay.
So that gets a little more respect more than you using a weapon and robbing somebody or you're hurting someone violent. That's why violent crimes you in there longer.
I'm glad I'm not one of them.
They downplay you when you get arrested for a violent
crime. Yeah, but I don't know why.
But if you get arrested for hustling, they look like, oh, you're a business guy.
Hey, wait a minute.
We might use you. If you could turn that around to something positive, you could use your hustling expertise to make us get some money.
But I don't think I wasn't there for a violent crime. I wasn't violent.
No,
nothing violent about me. But I'm just saying when you go to maximum security, that's just because they don't like you. And they didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot of prisons when I was in there. Prison was like, I was in there when they had the Attica Rebellion. So they didn't have a lot of people locked up in the prison system then. I think the number has quadruples from the time I was in it to now. They start picking up guys like when I was in there, they wouldn't have even arrested a guy like you.
Yeah, I know.
They give you a little smack in the head and tell you to don't do it again.
Yeah, that's why I felt like, why am I in here for? Yeah. Let me take this for my advantage.
Yeah, there was no reason for you to be in there.
Let me get a GED.
Yes.
Right? Let me talk to these people in here. Maybe I might learn something from in here.
That's why I was saying about the guns, because when I was in there, the guys that I was in there with, those guys they were scary people. They were really violent, Mickey Frickies.
Now, were you in Attica when the rebellion happened?
I was in Dannemora. There was only there's two maximum security prisons, Attica and Dannemora. They both take 8 hours to get it takes 8 hours to get to Buffalo from here, and it takes 8 hours to get to Dannemora. So you're in the outpost, and Dannemora is a little more scarier than Attica because they have the hospital for the criminally insane. Once they put you in there, your ass is grass. They could just commit you in there, and in the springtime, they let them dudes out. The dudes from the criminally insane thing, and they be walking right around, and you be going like, "Yo, man, that dude is like really kind of scary."
Okay.
So the point you were saying, let me get to because this is a good issue. You were saying that you think that the people should have a gun, if I'm paraphrasing, because the rules say that you can have one.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like being an alpha male or being the head of your household, right, wearing the pants, you could be a single mom, right? That just gives you a sense of security within yourself.
And you think a gun does that?
Yes.
I saw a film once.
Let's get the social work in on this.
I saw a film once where it was during the holiday season, and the girl went to get some gifts for her family, her father. When she was putting the stuff in the car, she put some stuff on the ground, and she got in the car, drove off, didn't pick up the packages. So she went home. Then she remembered, I left the packages on the ground and put them in the car. So she went back to get the packages. When she came back home, her father did not know that she left. He heard some stuff downstairs and coming in the house. He thought it was a robber. He went and got the gun, and he shot his daughter. He didn't know who she was.
So do you agree with Joron that?
Wait a minute. He shot his own daughter. That's.
That's what I'm asking you. Do you agree with Jeron's position that you should have a gun to protect yourself?
But before I say that, so what the father did, he went and traced that gun to every owner that ever owned that gun.
And
it was a very interesting story. But the best one that I did like is there was a lady. She was changing her car, her tire on the road. A guy came to help her, pushed her in the trunk. Got in the car, drove off to the woods. He's like, yeah, party time. He opened up that trunk, she popped him. Pop!
That's it.
So that was a good one. She popped him. He thought he had it, and she popped him.
So are you saying that? Because that's interesting. So no, really, because I had this theory that if you remember, anybody remember here that one time that we had automobiles with no rules. There was no roads, there was no license plates, there was no insurance, there was no license, and somehow or another we got all of that. Licenses, roads, and all that stuff. So my theory is that if you're going to have a gun, let people have a gun, you should get a license. You should get a license for your gun. You should be able to, just like you could get anybody can drive a car. Anybody can get a license for a car. You should be able to have a license for a gun. So that way you go to some like the motor vehicle version of the
Don't you have to get a gun license?
No, you don't, man. No. Well, you don't have to do anything. There are no rules. You don't have to. You need a gun license if you want to carry a gun in New York City.
Yeah.
You need a license to carry the gun.
That's what I want to clarify.
You need a target license to have. Because they used to have a rule where you could get a gun for a target and carry the gun supposedly between your house and the range. Now they don't do that no more. You have to get a thing and keep your gun at the range.
Yeah.
You can't carry it around with you no more. But
What
I'm saying is that you should be able to go to some place like the motor vehicles and take a test.
Okay.
And if you take the test and show that you know how to use a gun, then you have a license to go buy a gun. You should be able to go and buy a gun, and your gun should be insured.
Do you feel like violent felons should have a weapon, a gun?
Dig this, I think that's a joke. That's a joke. I mean, it doesn't mean anything because a violent felon could operate a car and somebody could kill you with a car. He'll just follow you around and run you over with a car. And you're going to get less time for killing somebody with a car than you are for taking out a gun. And all you can just sit around in your car, follow them around, wait till the person across the street, and run their ass over.
Yeah, they do that.
I'm just saying. And they give those people guns. So when you hear them talk about convicted felons and all that, which I happen to be one of, I think that is all bullcrap.
Mensa, right?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel? Would you like to own a weapon in your home?
No, ask him the real question.
What's the real question? Ask him for me, Doug.
No. The real question is, do you think people should have a driver's license? Should have a license for a gun?
I mean, the way you put it makes a lot of sense.
That's all I'm saying. Do you think they should get rid of all of them?
Get rid of all the guns?
Do you think they're even capable of doing that?
No.
Okay. So I thought since they're not capable of doing that, why not have a license? Why not? Because it's not the license that's important. Mm-hmm. It's making your gun insured, getting insurance for your gun. Because once you get insurance for the gun, then somebody's responsible for the gun. Right now, there's no responsibility for the gun. You could go buy a gun, and if you lose it, you call them up and say, I lost my gun. No problem. You was asking how who them gets gun? Like that. You get somebody to go down south, buy a gun, and report that you lost it, and then sell it to me.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
I'm just talking about
the
how
standard way.
I'm talking about how anybody can get their hands on a gun.
Oh yeah.
Or I go to somebody who has a whole bunch of guns.
That's black market talk.
I could do better. I could go not black market. I can go to somebody's house who has a gun, who has guns, it's private gun.
Yeah.
And I can buy. There's a private sale between me and Rick.
Yeah.
Nobody knows we just did that. So I got a gun now.
But don't you need a gun license
No,
to keep in your home?
No, you don't need a gun license. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You need a permit.
You don't need a permit everywhere. Only in some municipalities you may need one, but you don't need one for a rifle. If you got a rifle in your house, that's legal. So what you need to do is have some sort of way where all of this stuff is regulated. So if you have it so that you have to have a license, if you have a license, then they make it so that you have to have your gun insured. You ain't got to worry about somebody having 50,000 guns in this house because they have to be insured. If your gun is insured, guess what you ain't going to be able to buy? Bullets. Because if you don't have no license, no insurance, nobody's going to sell you any bullets. Okay, now all of a sudden, we know who's got a gun because people don't know this, and I don't think Jerron know this. They have indemnified the gun owners and the gun manufacturers, so you can't sue them. It's two people you can't sue. You can't sue the gun manufacturers, and you can't sue the cops. If the cop does something to you that's out of his job, he's indemnified from suit. You can't sue him. If the cop makes a brutal mistake that he had no business doing, he shouldn't have the job, you can't sue them. The government has indemnified those people. So what you have to do is bring back regulation and say, okay, you have a Second Amendment right to have a gun, as Jerron was saying, but you don't have a right to have a gun, a weapon, unfettered with no rules and no regulation. And I think if you had rules and regulation, it would simplify all of this nonsense, man, about, people saying silly shit like, I'm the Second Amendment, I should have a gun. And why should a convicted felon have a gun? Okay, don't let the convicted felon have a gun. You can't stop me from getting a gun. I was getting guns when I was a kid, and you ain't going to stop me.
You ain't gonna stop that.
Telling the truth, and you ain't going to stop somebody if they want to hurt you, if they serious about it.
Yeah.
You're not going to stop. We don't live in that kind of a culture.
Yeah.
So you have to understand the game that we're in, and then you have to come up with something that works for everybody. So if I know Rick has a license for 2 guns on him, I'm not that concerned because Rick has to tell everybody that he has those guns. I know that his guns are insured in case they get stolen. We know where the gun is, and we all know they got technology where they can put chips in the gun. They can put chips in the gun so that the police and GPS, so the police know. They ain't got to pull up on you and go, I want to see if you got a gun. They already know. It's already look on their little screen and go, yeah, there's 3 guns in the car because they 3 like this. And you wouldn't have had that other guy from Minnesota who had a licensed gun and they killed him anyway. The guy shot him within 17 seconds of stopping him, a cop. And nothing's going to happen to him. The coroner, the guy in Brooklyn, the coroner who I can't breathe, the coroner said it was murder. Nothing happened. And the police were screaming because the guy got fired. So you got to figure out how to have rules and regulations, and you do have to go and take those AK-47s and those AR-15s. And the reason why they're complaining because that means they can take other weapons. Because you don't need an AR-15.
Chain reaction.
You don't need an AR-15 to go in there and wreak havoc. You could go in there with I don't know if anybody, but at one time I had a .45 caliber. And let me tell you something about that gun. If we're sitting in this room right now and I pull that shit out,
Cannon.
No, forget that. All 3 of y'all running the hell out of here. And don't let it, I was in a room and a guy came in there and he pulled out his .45 and everybody was trying to get to the door. He was just showing it to people. That's how huge that thing is. And I guarantee you, if you're around anybody that busts off one shot in that, that person's going to be by themselves. That's how powerful. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that they have to have rules and regulations. They got to get this shit under control.
I agree. You agree
they got
with
to
that,
get it
Mr.?
under control. They got to have something that says that, you know what, we got a process, and all this crybaby stuff on TV about somebody coming to take something, they should make a law saying you can't have that. And those people talking about you ain't going to come and take a gun, they're lying. I was in the big house. They're lying. When the cops show up at your house with the SWAT team, you coming out of there, man. And if you don't come out of there voluntarily, you're going to come out of there another way, but you coming out of there, man, because they'll just wait. I'm just saying. They don't, and here's the funny thing. They got plenty of room for everybody. I've seen guys in there with wheelchairs. I've seen guys in there with one leg. They do not care if you have a physical disability. They don't care. You take your little monkey behind in that jail cell with everybody else. So they should have these kind of rules that allow us to feel safe because we know that whoever has a gun is at least a licensed person and somebody knows that he has a license and he actually took a test to get it. And dig this. I'm going to finish with this.
Okay.
They did a survey. 82% of the people in the country think there should be a gun. People should have a license to have a gun. A federal license, not the state, not the Mickey Mouse Yahoos downtown in your local whatever. A federal license. Just like with a car. And I think they should let everybody have one.
Not
That's just me.
Not violent felons.
No, yes, everybody. A violent felon can drive a car, and you don't think you could wreak some havoc with a car?
What about people that are mentally ill?
How do you know somebody's mentally? That's retarded. You see what I'm saying? The reason why I'm making it, I'm not trying to be funny.
But he said at the same time when he was in prison, he knew the crazy ones. Come on.
No, I didn't say that. I said that in prison there's some bad men in there, and I would make, if you ask me, I would say, everybody in there is crazy.
Okay, cool.
Including me.
Excuse me.
I would qualify that.
You made a statement to something I said.
I'm sorry.
There are people that are certified.
Yes.
That certification.
So how you gonna stop them?
How you gonna stop them?
You can't stop them, bro.
I'm saying if they have a certified,
they can't stop them because I'm not going to walk into the gun shop and say, you know what, I'm certifiedly crazy. I'm here to buy a gun. They're going to lie. So when you hear them talking on TV, they just talking crazy talk. Well, the guy was crazy. We want to get a background check. What the hell is the background check going to do? Because you ain't worried about his background. You're worried about the day he pulls it out on you.
But it's sad that you're saying this, and this been going on for years.
That should tell you that they not. That should tell you. That should tell you that not only. Well, you knew they didn't care when you had when a guy walks in and killed 26 little kids. That's when you know they don't give a shit, man. Why would they care?
Time out, man. They're not going to tell you that they certified to after they do what they do. Then they say,
"Thank you,
I'm certified."
Thank you.
That's why you can't do nothing to me for what I just done.
Hey, yo, man, put one of them in the little side chairs over there. Put one of them in the little. Put two of them in the side chairs, man. Put two of them in the side chairs, man. Close the door. And close the door, man. I'm taking the plastic off for you. You're gonna put it back on.
Yeah,
Maniac.
Man. Yeah.
We want that plastic on the chair. Taking the plastic off the chair, you maniac. Have a seat, Slim.
Let's make it happen.
All right, come on, let's get these guys' name, man. You done brought them all in here. You done brought all these.
All right, cool.
Before
yeah, yeah.
All right, so before we get in, y'all just walked in where we were just having a grown ass man discussion about what they should do with the guns, being as some of us in here are convicted criminals, and so we, as convicted criminals, we was explaining what we think if they came and asked a convicted criminal what they should do about the guns. So I was the most convicted of the criminals in here. I was explaining before you walked in what I thought they should be doing to fix the gun thing, and I thought that everybody should get a gun license and some insurance.
Doug,
Doug,
do you mind?
I don't mind nothing. Go ahead.
Now, is there a way? I want my camera feed to see. I got Grant in here.
Yeah, we in here, man. Grant Projects. You already know the vibes. Mo Cream.
Yeah, make sure Grant. Make sure we see we really
welcome
live
home,
by
my
Grant.
cousin Messiah.
Okay.
Alioso.
Okay.
So, Doug,
we don't say there's cameras all over here.
They already know the vibes.
Everybody can see them.
I know you can switch cameras
too. As soon
too.
as they walked in the door,
They already know the
people can see
vibes,
them.
man.
Yeah, everybody
All right.
Put
So-
on your headphones, baby.
Original
Put on
Grant.
your headphones, man.
Where the
Original
headphones
Grant.
at?
Right there. Take it.
Take mine. It don't matter. I'm good on the headphones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So, yeah, we're gonna, we'll make.
Okay,
sure
so Doug, before we leave that topic, because it's an interesting topic, we all want a gun. We all feel. I know Grant.
No,
we
you
all
want
feel
one.
like.
You want
How y'all feel? How you
Yeah,
feel, Mo
you
Cream?
want
You feel like you want
I
the
ain't
hammer
gonna
in your
lie to you.
house?
My roots is from Georgia, and all my family always had gun license.
So
And if you ask me, Georgia is almost more safe than Harlem because
I think you're right.
they not out there watching their back every 24 seconds and all that.
Everybody
So,
know.
what part of
And-
Georgia you from?
A small town called Thomason, Georgia, man.
Is that near Savannah anyway? 'Cause my
Nah, it's
sister
near
lives
Griffin and Macon.
there. Oh, Macon.
Yeah, it's
You know
deep.
that
over
It's
there-
the last house down south.
Hey,
That's what I call
ain't
it.
Macon near Alabama?
Yeah, it's right next to
Yeah, because
Alabama.
my brother lived near Alabama, and I remember kept telling him, "Yo, I want to make sure I don't never go in Alabama."
What do you know about Savannah?
My sister and my brother lived there.
I was born in Savannah.
I know you told me that. We ain't gonna hold that against you though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But he's making the point. See, when you go down south, like in Georgia or Texas,
Cream, the camera right there.
and somebody pick you,
Okay.
and somebody pick
Yeah,
you up,
We already know.
and somebody pick you up from the airport or something, they'll have their gun right there in the car.
That's a fact.
You know, they'll have their gun. So, everybody has a weapon. You don't have that here. And so, you need to have, and plus people ain't walking around toting no AKs either.
Yeah.
So-
And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. In Harlem, I think self-defense is more needed than in Georgia because there's a lot of love down there. Everybody hugging each other, they smiling, they waving at
That's
each
deep.
other,
That's
but
deep.
they got the right to carry their gun. In Harlem, ain't nobody smiling at each other, ain't nobody waving at each
Ain't
other.
no money, ain't no money. No money.
We need that right to carry a gun.
We need that money too.
There you go.
We've been saying that too, because you need both.
It's just the police. They don't want us to,
No, they
start
not.
this revolution.
You got no
man.
love for us.
If all
So-
of us got gun license, the Black Panther coming back.
All right, Doug.
Remember, you getting in my era now. Don't go there.
So, Doug, real
The
quick.
Black Panther was dangerous. Go ahead,
Real
man.
quick.
So why they here? Go ahead.
Yo, okay, real quick, before we get to why they're here, can you give us maybe 1 minute story on your experience having a gun and what happened to you with the gun?
What?
You got a gun charge, right? You was arrested for having a gun?
No.
No?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, can you give us 1 minute of that real quick?
All right. Criminal. I was a criminal, man.
A little
I was
detail.
I was a criminal. I would get up every day and go, okay, what fucking crime am I going to commit today?
With
I
your
was on-
gun?
I was on the job.
You was robbing? What
What
you
you
was
mean
doing?
what? I wasn't no robber. No robber. I was a crime committer. You know what
So
that
what got you in the big house?
means? Selling drugs, doing crazy shit to white people.
All right, we moving on, Doug.
That's right, because you don't want to know about that. You don't want to know about that.
Okay.
I'm just making a point that
Yeah.
once you get into the big house and maximum security, once you get in there, then you start seeing who's in really charge of everything, and it ain't these white guys, man. The brothers are in charge. So So
All
we
right, so-
need some kind of license to make this shit. I think to make this shit work.
So this is the Good Afternoon Show. We live at Grant, and what I always want to do is give everybody in Grant 5 to 15 minutes of fame. So what I have now is Mo Cream, who's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
actual leaseholder and General Grant housing.
I hold a lease for everybody in the hood, man.
So I'm head of the household. Mo Cream is head of his household.
You don't think that's too much information?
Nah.
Head of the house.
I mean,
Are you gonna be telling our last names and everything?
nah, we ain't. I mean, you know, my last name is already on the bottom of the screen right here. I
That
don't know,
is
you
true.
know.
But you ain't write their names down, so we could maybe they might want to be on their name on the screen. Ask them before they leave.
Okay, Mo Cream, introduce yourself.
We all got story to tell, too. My
Okay.
name is Mo Cream, man. Represent Grant, 3150 Broadway. You know what I'm saying? I do this little music thing. I got an independent company, Ski Mash Records. Now, I got a new record,
What's
too,
the name
man.
of that again? What's the name of that?
Ski Mash Records.
Scheme Ass?
Ski Mask.
Ski Mask.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay.
I do my own thing. You know, I'm
Okay.
self-made, man.
All right. So do you have, Jerron said, do you have any music like on YouTube and shit?
I actually do. I got 2 videos on
Can
the
you write it
internet.
down? Because you want us to
Sure.
play it? You
I
want us to
will.
play it?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he got write it
Write
down
this
for
shit
Doug.
down, man.
I will.
We'll cue
I
it
will.
up so when you're ready.
Is
No
it cussing
doubt,
in
no
the
doubt.
music?
No cussing in YouTube, right?
No,
Is it cursing on there?
it's a clean record. I got a record that's pretty clean, man.
Well, we wanted to be clean only because, you know, we don't want,
I got one for you.
we don't give a shit if
Play
it's...
Water, man, featuring Bruce Lee, man. Mo Cream. Search that.
You can search that, or you need to write
He
it down.
can write it down, man.
Okay, let me get
Fuck,
that sticky
I'm
pad right
old enough
there.
to be
Cool.
his dad. He can talk about shit and write that shit down, man. I'm old enough to be
No
your
doubt,
dad.
OG.
You gonna give
Did
your
the
dad
record.
something? You gonna
I
write
see the
it down
box
so he
looking at
don't
me, too. My
Mo
man
Cream,
right
Mo
here,
Cream.
box.
Mo
I
Cream,
don't want no
can you
smoke.
grab that pencil and that blue pad?
be smelling
That
cream,
sticky tab
smelling
and the blue
cream the
pencil right
wrong way and shit.
Right here, right
Oh,
here.
man,
Cash
time out.
rules,
You got
baby.
my attention. You did a video on Bruce Lee about water.
Yeah, I got a
I got
record,
the
man.
head. I got the head.
Here, Mo Cream, right there,
About
right there,
to
right
hit.
back at you.
Write the name
Right,
of
my
the song.
brother.
I got to see this, man.
No doubt. I
Bruce Lee
appreciate-
talking about what?
I appreciate
love that,
y'all
man.
welcoming me in here.
Well,
man.
he got his name of his company, his name of his
Ski
label
Mask
is
Records.
Ski Mask Records.
That's it.
Yeah. I know about Ski Mask.
Yo, but if
They don't know, now they know.
I used to have one of them in my back
If
pocket.
he's talking about Bruce Lee and water, that's fly.
All right, so wait a minute.
Yeah, I got a
Hey,
record,
wait a
man.
minute.
I got a record.
Is,
Bruce
me,
Lee.
is only me and Jerron are the only convicted felons in here? Because we know y'all two. We know y'all two y'all guys is clean.
I can't speak on my friends, man.
All right. I see that look over there. Okay, never mind. We gonna keep it quiet. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mo.
No doubt.
How long you been living here, Mo Cream?
Shit, I was born here, man.
What you got? What's up?
1979,
What's up,
Harlem
Black?
Hospital.
I'm a Harlem Hospital guy too.
Me too.
Oh, okay. Black Power.
Hospital.
No doubt.
Now, Crazy Sam came out of your building.
That's my man, Red Sam.
Crazy Sam, the comedian guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny dude, man.
He came out of
With
3150.
the
I know his
beard,
whole
with the
family.
beard, yeah. Where's
that's
Where's
okay.
he? What happened to him?
I don't know. He probably somewhere handling his business, chilling. He a busy dude, man.
Oh,
Ain't no
wow.
telling what Crazy Sam at.
Wow.
That's why they call him Crazy Sam, man.
Yeah, he used to be a comedian. Is he still doing that?
Ain't no telling. I ain't heard from him in some years, man.
Yeah, we did a video. We
Crazy
did a-
Sam, touch out to me, because you know you my dude.
You go down. You got,
Met him through my man Tito.
correctly because you're gonna add your name onto the board.
I met him through
I
Tito.
got it. I got it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
What's this?
No, you got
Yeah, Crazy
Well, Tito
Sam
was
my
in what,
dude.
the Fearless Four?
Yeah. I was actually in the group with Tito when I was younger. Ironclad. He was
Yeah, we're trying to get Tito in here too. Somebody else said they might try to get Tito to come over here.
He's a good dude, man. He definitely showed me a lot of love back in the days. You know what I'm saying? He showed me the game. I met all the legends, man. Nas, Rakim, Coogee Rap.
Wow.
I met them all.
Now, Crazy Eddie was in that group with
Crazy Eddie. I remember Crazy Eddie. Everybody pray for Crazy Eddie, man. I heard he in the hospital, man.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully he get well soon, man. You heard? That's my guy, Crazy Eddie, man. Definitely legendary out of Grant.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, Prince Marky D had E Nasty with them with the Columbia deal. That's a fact. That was back in 91, 92. I definitely remember that. We definitely got some history, man, coming out the projects, man.
So today, I talked about my afternoon story was about the African Day Parade. It's the 50th annual. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, we just left, man. My niggas just left.
Yeah. So how you thought about it?
It was beautiful, man. A lot of black power was out there, man.
How's your mic? You good? Because you're kind of far away. You can hear yourself?
Yeah,
Brother?
yeah, I hear it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So my thing, what I witnessed was I was out there for about 2 hours. With my mom on the side. We was on 133rd Street, and she's doing the cookout with our family over there. And when I was recording stuff, I seen more law officials than anything.
Yeah. I saw that a lot too today.
Yeah.
State troopers.
I seen more than
Yeah,
anything.
my man was about to break out.
They
We
be
saw the
parade.
Rikers Island bus.
They be part of the parade,
Like,
man.
wow.
No, I understand, but
Correction
But I think that's
officers?
wrong, man. They
Yeah.
had-
No, the correction, they be parade.
No, I don't
they be
think it's
marching.
wrong.
Yeah, but
They
they
be
had the-
marching.
They
I
had
don't
the
think it's
Rikers
wrong.
Island bus.
But
man.
it seemed like the
You don't
ratio
want to see that, man.
was more
They be
COs and cops and
COs be
Freemasons
marching, man, in the
than
parade.
it was bands,
the marching is cool, but the
schools,
bus.
and community things that we need to
Yeah,
look at.
I've been on that shit.
inspire
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
That
I
shit ain't-
recorded it.
That shit ain't
I
funny.
would like to play some,
It ain't funny at all, man.
That was
ain't
too.
funny.
That was too
I
much.
almost got
for me.
offended
Too
when I saw the
much.
bus, man.
Yeah, that
It was too much.
That
Too
ain't
much. I seen kilts and all that. I'm like, what we doing? This not even our heritage.
Yeah, the bus was out of line.
But they was black though. That's why they. Be
Nah, there was white kilts there, man. It was white. It was white. Esau's with kilts on over
That's
there.
why.
man.
That's why I was asking you. The early question was, who manages the parade?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who?
So what I like about this,
who they giving that dough to when they sign in everybody?
I call this
up?
the best kept secret because right now we actually own this
Are they brothers? Hey, y'all two brothers?
from another mother.
Y'all two brothers? Y'all two brothers or cousins? I mean, for real. Are y'all brothers for real?
We might be soon.
Oh, okay.
If y'all, hey, look,
in-law stuff going
if
on.
y'all
over
ain't
there.
brothers, man, if y'all ain't brothers, I'm gonna tell you, man, stop hanging out with them, man.
We brothers.
Starting to look like, oh, y'all are brothers. Y'all are brothers?
Okay. My name is Messiah, man. I'm from 3170.
Oh, yeah, Messiah.
PS 36, 125, that type of shit.
Oh, wow.
So, you know.
What junior high school?
Excuse me?
Y'all went to 40, and y'all went to 43 up
I
there?
went to a few junior high schools.
Okay. We used to play 43, Rick. That was our rival.
I went to 43.
We used to play y'all, man. That was our
And
rival.
PS 125 and 36.
I went to 125, PS 36 too.
Where's 36 across?
I went to the foundation. My number is, what was my number? 634. I did it all. We all did it all. We all official hardcore Grant in here, and we still in here.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to see all the Grant people show up, man. It's impressive that since we started doing this, a lot of people have been coming through, man. It's pretty deep. And they got a lot. And I'm talking about people with skills like y'all showing up.
Having us, man.
Anytime, man. We had to make Jerome bring y'all here.
Yeah, right. All I do is talk about this. This is my demographic right here, so I gotta let them know what's going on.
Check it though.
Go ahead,
Talking
Messiah.
About the returning, about the the felony thing.
Yeah.
2 days from now marks a year for me. I just came back.
Wow.
25 years.
Wow. I didn't know that.
How many?
25.
Whoa.
I didn't know that. I sent you
What
last
prison,
night.
What prison was you in?
Excuse me?
What prison was you in?
What prison wasn't I in?
Oh, was you in Dannemora?
I was in Denver.
I was in Dannemora. I was telling him, he's a little minimum security in here, man. I'm glad somebody in here is on my
Clap
level.
for that one more time.
Yeah.
Welcome home, man. Welcome home, man. Woo! You just walked everywhere. That's what I did when I came home. I did a little scared bed when I was a teenager, but I just wanted to walk everywhere. I didn't know that.
How many?
25.
Whoa.
I didn't know that. I sent you
What-
last
what
night.
prison was you in?
I got a question. Brother Mensa, I got a question for the brother. Like, how's the transition coming back home and transition yourself to the community, the society?
That shit is hard.
I mean, each individual is going to transition differently. As far as, my personal transition, it was a little smoother. I had a good support system. I had good
Yeah.
family support, community support. That's important. You know what I'm saying? You come home, you don't got that. It's
You
going to
dead.
be difficult, man.
Yeah, you're in
It's
trouble.
extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Not just financial shit, just,
Somebody to talk to is going, yo,
Yeah.
stay, because that parole shit is,
I seen a lot of guys
Stupid.
get institutionalized where they just get so.
yeah.
You understand?
I mean, that's the most
institutionalized.
difficult part, man. You
Yeah.
you could go through the physical shit in prison,
Yeah.
but the psychological effect that's going to take on you
Nuts.
is what's
Nuts.
the killer.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
was crazy when you seen it, huh?
What happened?
The cell phone.
Cell phone?
I mean, I was in tune, so
You
Yeah,
was saying
yeah.
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was seeing it,
Yeah.
here and there on TV, but actually having it, that was something that I wanted for a while. I missed the whole cell phone wave, the whole internet wave, everything.
Yeah.
Like, not just Facebook and Instagram. I missed the whole
Smear.
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
Do you mind giving us a story on how you?
stop doing that, man.
a story.
Yeah, stop doing that, man.
I mean, what
Couldn't even-
happened?
You couldn't even get me. You couldn't even.
Right, man. Those
You,
stories,
Collect the checks.
yeah, you
right?
couldn't even get me to tell my story, and
Tell the
I.
story.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do
We
that,
ain't
man.
gonna tell the story.
Nah, don't do that.
Cue
Man.
the album.
Don't do that, man. Because he couldn't even get me to tell me. I ain't been in prison in 40 years, and I ain't even want to tell my story.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it a book coming? Is there anything? You know?
Yeah, we
when
hope
people,
so.
When people want to
We
know
hope
about
so.
you,
We hope so.
How can we
We
find
hope
out some
so.
facts? Was you wrongly accused? Anything like that? You know?
Stay tuned. We're gonna have
Yeah.
something coming.
Okay. That's all. You know, because some people viewing us might want to know.
Okay,
What did he do?
When he ready to talk about it, when he ready to talk about it, he could come back in there and,
Okay,
and
no
give
problem.
it to us.
I'm gonna make everybody feel comfortable. I'm just saying, when people viewing, they want to know more about you when they see you. You might have some ladies who might like you and want to come on the show. Who's that guy? They want to know more about you. So I gotta always go to that because it ain't always men listening, and ain't always the young people. It's women looking. Oh, he just came home. Oh, he's cute. They might want to know some stuff. Who's that guy you had on the show? You feel me? Because a lot of women might like that tough breed. We talking about Nicki Minaj. She like that tough. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about Adrian?
No, Nicki Minaj. I'm talking. Adrian, we talking about her. I invited her to the show, but she said her back hurt. She got problems, so I don't know.
And that's the lady that said the show was boring.
He got the right people in there. I ain't hear no boring shit.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to get some women in here too. I was talking to some girls by the parking lot about coming to the show, but they got shy. So I want to get some female energy in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm. I mean, I'm trying to.
I just went.
They want to know. They might want. They might want to know a little bit about y'all. You got.
Hey,
you know.
Hey, you.
Yeah. Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Alioso, talk your talk.
I go by the name of Al Kid Gator, aka Lit Liddy. You dig me?
Lit Liddy. Hey, yo, Lit. Hey, Lit. Hey, Lit. Hey, Lit. Hey, Lit. Give us some more of that, Lit.
Nah,
Hey,
I'm
Lit,
just
come
saying. I mean, I wasn't born in Grant, but you know what I mean. I'm here
So you
now.
be on the
I've been here
subcommittee. You have family in Grant.
Over 20 joints. I've been here. I've been living here.
You got 20 stacks.
Joints,
You been here for 20 stacks.
You know what I mean? I'm here though. I'm here.
When they had saddles in the park, man. That's great, man.
Oh, with the
okay.
barrels and all
How about
that,
monkey
right?
bars?
Black monkey bars.
How
and
about
all
monkey
that.
bars?
Yeah, I was here for.
There you go, Rick. There you go, Rick.
Barrels and saddles.
Nah, but look, I like this Grant thing that y'all got going on here. The whole.
Thank you.
the
Thank
whole
you, man.
radio Thing.
Thank you,
That's
man.
why we came to support.
Well, we doing more than.
Thank you.
That's why we here. Like,
Well, we
Thank
doing
you.
more than
I like what
radio.
y'all doing.
Remember this, man. This on is the cameras is in here, so anybody that got a MITP, which is the machine in the pocket, you could listen to us and see Mo Cream and y'all guys anywhere in the world, as long as they could go in there.
TJ, how ugly. I see the clothing line.
Yeah, he went. He's sporting that how ugly I see him.
Yeah, we
I
got
like
the
that.
how
I
ugly
like,
going
I
on.
like that.
More than a line, it's a movement, right?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, wait a minute, y'all. First of all, y'all got to do this right. When y'all come in, when y'all talking about the clothing, you're supposed to bring us some hats and some
Nah,
t-shirts.
no, we're gonna
And
wait.
t-shirts.
I already spoke to TJ. We set it up right now. He's gonna bring in all his seasons, talk about how ugly, talking about what inspired him to come up with how ugly, what it
I'm not
stands
saying-
for. We're gonna bring him in here.
I'm
Don't
not
worry.
saying that. I'm saying that
Shout out to
where's our.
TJ, man.
I'm saying where's our.
Yeah,
Shout
big
out to
shots to
Bernie B.
TJ.
I'm saying where's our
Yeah, Bernie
swag?
B. We're gonna bring everybody in Grant relevant.
I'm
And
saying-
if you're not relevant, we still gonna try to bring you in.
Excuse me, Jerome. I want
Go
to
ahead.
know
Go ahead,
where's.
Doug. Sorry,
They
Doug.
got a clothing thing. I want to know where's our swag. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell TJ to bring you
Without
some
t-shirts.
swag. What you like? Hats, t-shirts, hoodies.
FREE. Anything free. We want.
got you.
we
Anything
ain't-
free, we got
We're not particular.
We got
We're
you.
not particular.
Some
It's
more
free.
cream.
We want some of that shit.
Can you give us some action-packed lyrics right now?
I mean, of course, man.
Right now, no. We want to hear
Y'all
you right
gonna watch
now.
my Bruce
We
Lee
gonna
joint.
he's setting you
no,
up.
I'm
He's
slow.
setting you up.
I'm old and
But
slow.
for now,
I'm taking care of that.
Can you give us something off the top?
Of course.
Unless
man.
y'all
Of course
leaving
I
in 5
can.
seconds.
What's up? What you want?
Who we going? Acapella?
No. No, don't do that.
No,
man.
we can't. We
Don't do
can't
that.
create that kind of
Don't
environment
do
in
that,
here.
man. Don't do that. Man.
Sorry, not yet.
Don't do
We can't
that,
it
man.
like
No,
that.
we can't do that ever, man.
Oh yeah, ever. Sorry, I ain't even meant to say not yet.
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that minimum skid bit motherfucker.
But
over
still,
there,
we
man.
might mess up the equipment in here with the
Don't
smoke.
do no. Hey, look,
They already
No,
stopping
no.
the vape pen, so
them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We
maybe
won't.
you might have an edible or
As
something.
soon as y'all light up,
Nah,
y'all
we
come
got
back
some
in
super
next
duper-
week.
We got some super duper sour, man.
I know, but don't. Hey,
This shit legal
You
now.
might get some
too,
sour
y'all.
It ain't legal
tea.
yet.
Nah, this shit
You
legal.
can
No,
drink
not
sour
legal.
tea in here.
Keep that down. Keep that down.
All right, cool. I'm gonna respect the OG.
Keep that down. Keep that down.
All right, more cream.
What's
Let's
the
get.
OG?
y'all niggas
What's the
like-
OG talk? He
I tell you,
talk.
y'all light that shit up next week and come in this shit and be
Yo,
empty. Be
Lil
nobody in this motherfucker.
All right, cool. What's
Hey,
this?
don't leave that on the
If you
table,
park a
because I
little
gotta
bit,
clean the
moonshine?
table.
Nah.
Don't leave that on the table.
Nah,
I gotta
moonshine.
clean
if
the
you
table.
parch a little bit before you get that action-packed lyric, let me. You know what I mean? You want to take a
Is
little
this
sip
corn
real
liquor
quick?
or is this water?
Nah,
That's
that's water, man.
that's,
That's water.
those are corn squeezins.
Nah, that's water, natural,
Those are the squeezes of the corn.
natural from the tap.
Yep. Okay. I gotta get my.
Put it in the bottle and sell it. Something like 50.
That's what's up.
We got to get his
Don't worry, Doug. Work on it. More Cream will entertain us.
More
How
Cream.
should I start it off? Tell you my life and all the stress, or brag about all this blue ice in my Rolex? I started off picking up mics up in my jets, expanded my voice across American sets. Now I'm a household name like Pharrell and the Neptunes. Probably see my poster in your little sister's bedroom. The girls love me. It's like I make R&B music, but it's far from Usher. I rhyme for the cons and hustlers. Make Cali niggas stomp a buster. Like Pac and Suge did at that Tyson fight, kid. That was the era when real rap was a part of the airwaves. It all died down. It's like it had AIDS. I'm here to rebirth the shit that the streets thirst. A thug dying for water can drink from each verse. To all the hip-hop junkies fiending to get it on, chill, pay attention to the realest song. I think I'm crazy when I smoke. Am I Tupac or Machiavelli? Is this the realest ish I ever wrote? Hell no, too many years are ahead of me, and I'm still in my prime. Check out my melody like Eric B. and Rakim, shooting for top 10. Used to hop the train, now I'm moving to drop Benz, minus the 20 sitting on company wheels. Y'all can floor us while we invest in company deals. I ain't happy till I'm gambling with hundreds of mils, then die and leave it all here and ask my son how I feel. Cause poverty can turn a minority kid psycho, make him wish he grew up with white folk. Never knew Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, or the Easter Bunny. Sold crack for sneaker money, no hat, nappy and bummy. Whole family smoked crack, even pappy and mommy, uncle and auntie. Back days she looked like a shanty, but the pipe took her beauty away. It took everything, a smile, a complexion, and a booty away. It's like the boulevard let her wrong, really hate to see her gone. Chill, pay attention to the realest song.
Live at Grant, man. We live. We're here every Sunday. You're going to hear somebody from Grant, see somebody from Grant, bring them to the show all the time. Big up our community, our neighborhood.
Yeah,
and what we doing in here? We getting money. We looking good. We sounding good. We got everybody
man,
coming home.
we
got
blessed,
people coming
man.
home
God is
to a
with us,
studio.
man.
He can come here every week if he want.
So
We could get you. We could get you. What's your name again?
Messiah.
We could get Messiah in here and he could co-host it with me. We could get Messiah in here to do the sports with me. We can get Messiah in here to do whatever he want to do. That's productive for our hood.
You gotta let him
and he
make
coming
his
home
own
to
moves.
something nice.
That man got a whole journey ahead of him, man.
Yeah, man. What you talking about? Leave him alone, man.
Yeah, let that man,
Yeah,
put
let him do his
pieces of the
shit, man.
puzzle
He got-
together.
Yeah, but he just know now. He
You know,
should
it's a
feel
lot of cats
confident
getting
that we
footage
on
of
it.
him, you
You're
know.
not coming home to nothing.
And they should get that footage to him. People
Yeah.
trying to get.
Nah, he
promotion
said he been
off
home a
they
year.
shit.
He said he been out here a year.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what he said?
We ain't respecting it. You know, let that man do what he got to do.
That's what you said. Maybe been out here a year. That's what you said, Messiah.
Yeah, 2 days to make a year, exactly.
Oh man.
Wow.
Wow.
Man,
It took me at least 2 years to stop thinking that I was going to commit a crime in like the next 5 minutes, man. I was flipping like a motherfucker. I was bugged, man. I was bugged. You know, you get out of there, you start going, especially if you get a stupid ass parole officer.
Yeah.
And you know, but I got kind of.
I'm in a good space, though. Good
Oh, so you all right?
space, yeah.
You all right with that? Well, they gave me a lady. I was so happy.
Blood shot in their brain. Chain did it for bragger rights. A little bit of blood splatter is nice. Shootouts on Saturday nights. Mac 11 weekends is real where I come from. Black
It's that water, y'all. Featuring Bruce Lee, man. Mo Crane, check me out.
And twist your cat back like the tall, tiny green ones. I'm all about the bad presidents, the green ones.
I can sing over that
Ask
shit.
why they call you Mo Crane.
Anything you want, man.
Well, hold on, Doug. You started it yet? Or you just testing it still? Now play it back so we can know.
Y'all want to play it back? I was on you.
Yeah,
Play it back.
play it back.
Bring that beat back.
All right, Mo.
Bring that beat the fuck back.
Check out my Bruce Lee shit, man.
No, man, I ain't hear him say bring that beat the fuck back.
Bring it back, man. I don't want to curse.
Bring Selector, bring that shit
Curses so I
back.
can curse.
Mo Cream, introduce it correctly. What's the name of the song?
Mo Crane, man. Water, featuring Bruce Lee, man.
All right,
me
let
out.
that rock out.
Yeah, I just fucked it up.
And I'm going to rap over it.
Okay, now we talk.
Y'all getting a live performance, man.
Okay, now I gotta, bring everything back and everything. Push the wrong button, man.
Bring that back.
Bring my Bruce Lee shit back.
Well, first of all, let's before you sing it, do rap over since you're gonna give us that thing. How the fuck you start? How the fuck you get with Bruce Lee? How'd that happen? Let's get
Man,
that. Let's get the ballistics first.
Bruce Lee was a real deep thinker, man, and a dink talker more than a karate dude, man. He dropped a lot of jewels with.
6-inch punch, bro.
Yeah, he was like what they call it, a philosopher or some shit. And when I heard this shit, it blew me away. So I wrote lyrics to it, man. It was a hip hop beat already with a Bruce Lee sample on it. So all I did was just take the beat and just put my own little joint to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so the shit.
Then I was always a Wu-Tang fan. It was my
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my biggest influences, man. You know what I'm saying? So
All right, so I'm
it
thinking.
was New York City shit, man.
Okay, here you go.
Shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes.
It's the internet. You know how this shit is, man. The internet be hating just like these dudes, man.
Now water can flow, or it can crash.
Yeah.
Be water, my friend.
Niggas say they spit fire, I spit water. Flow crazy like a War's Allen hoarder. Fresh to death, even on a rainy day. Silly cat, wind swayed in the rain like I'm Jermaine. Not afraid of water, it wash away the pain. Concrete stain with young niggas' blood shot in they brain. Now the shooter played a block with his chain. Did it for bragger rights. A little bit of blood splatter his nights. Shootouts on Saturday nights. Mac 11 weekends. It's real where I come from.
Blacks and Puerto Ricans.
New York City housing. Cats will catch you sleeping and twist your cat back like the tall, hiney green ones. I'm all about them dead presidents, the green ones. A rap critic asked why they call you Mo Cream, son. Cause cash rules everything around the man. Grew up in these New York streets, a Wu-Tang fan.
Now it's your turn with the sword.
It's my Wu-Tang shit, man. Be water, my friend. Hey, yo, can the people see the video too?
We're working on that.
You're going too far now.
Get it.
Dark nights, blood on the concrete, police sirens. Little niggas, only 3 feet, they heat's firing. Gang members, Bloods, Crips, 3 stacks. That Manhattanville Grant shit was whack. Rest in peace to chicken.
Plenty t-shirts.
Of fallen soldiers, children only teenagers, but we call them soldiers. Not even old enough for them.
Military.
And mortuaries. Yesterday was they prom night, today they getting buried. The future of Harlem's getting me worried. They don't listen to us old heads, they shoot you if you call them shorty. We used to look up to the rich and A's, but this new generation don't care about back days. Rikers Island buses is full, hope you wear the same color as Chicago Bulls.
Time to put rap
Back in order, educate our sons and our daughters.
Our state of mind.
All water, baby.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless. Like
Call this
water.
joint water, man. Search Mo Cream Water on YouTube now, man. Check the video out.
Put water into a bottle, it
Follow me on
becomes the bottle
Instagram,
with
Mo
the
Crizzle.
teapot. It becomes the teapot.
You already know the vibes. Grant Radio,
Or
man.
it can crash. Be water, my friend.
I wish they could see this video, man. I was live out the.
Let's tell them where to go at the scene. What you talking about, man? Tell them where to go so they can see your joint. Oh, no problem. Now.
Mic check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you good.
man. Just
Go
go to
ahead, man.
YouTube, search Mo Cream featuring Bruce Lee, Water.
Type in Mo Cream and it comes right up.
Got another joint, Rich Man, Mo Cream, which is about to play
Oh, you
right
going,
now.
You going again?
That's me again, right
You going
there.
again?
Rich Man, let's go. Let's go, man. It's all live out the projects, man. Everything's in the projects, yo. Rich man, poor man, read the headlines. Niggas hating on Cream. Yeah, it's all on the internet, man.
AR-15's the minimum. Plenty of shots for many men.
4-door Porsche Cayennes, I got them hitters in the back seat. Blowing up choppers, my mans, pinky fingers. Worth more than country Grammy singers. All from the love of the money the crack fiends bring us. I done seen it all through a street scope. I watched the fiends smoke, caught street dreams. I got they dreams broke.
Now they ain't
Feel like I'm in the studio, man.
Still walking around like they sleep, packing no heat in they coat.
This is the studio.
Walking around
Naked in the war zone, bullets hit your jawbone. You rapping like 50 ambulances, running red lights just to get you there. I got them hitters on site in intensive care. Yeah, they dress up like the doc, hit your hospital room and then feed you the Glock. We breadwinners, A1 chefs giving out lad dinners, flipping coke till the feds come and get us.
rich man, poor man,
Yeah.
read the headline.
Rich Man on YouTube right now, man. Search Mo Cream.
AR-15's the
We
minimum.
working, baby. Ski Mask Records.
Shots for many men.
Michael Jackson leathers from Beat It and Range Rovers weeded, speeding. Want your work on me, the fiends need it. This shit is like cable on demand. Instead of videos, it's O's. Come get you a couple grands, plenty hammers. Champion hoodies, ducking the cameras. Crooked cops got it hot. New York City's under surveillance. On top of that, niggas is telling. Find a nigga who snitched. We have him on the George Washington yelling. We mean business. Fresh hairlines and mean Benzes. We was children, raised in the trenches. We seen killings. Older niggas in Sherlins on Hennessy, Erlin. Maybe one day I'ma be him in person, but was it all worth it? We looked up the drug lords, never ball players. Michael Jordan, fourth quarter, nah, Rich Porter. He riding foreign thinking he a big baller. Niggas is copping Lamborghinis, he 3 1/4.
Rich
Yeah.
man, poor man, read the headlines. Niggas
Search Mo Cream, y'all rich man right now on YouTube, man. Ski Mask Records, nigga. It's all live out the projects, man. Every video, man. Every video, man.
Yo, we need the straight out of Grant shirts, man.
Yeah, we gonna get all that for y'all.
Y'all came here without no straight. You came and did
it. Put it on me, man. We gonna get y'all everything, man.
It's on you. It is on you.
I'm gonna help y'all out.
It is on you. That's
right.
we just looking at the video.
I got you. I'm a man of my word, OG.
Hey, Doug, hold on a second. I like the fact that you came out of 3150. You came out of 3170. You came out of 550. They all came out of different buildings, and then today coming together, doing something positive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now my next question is for all of you guys. What building you came out of? 3170. There you go.
Yeah, we all uniting.
Question is, I'm feeling that a lot of young, like you said, the younger guys and the older guys, they need to build bridges and work together. Could that happen? Is it possible that could happen?
Yeah, it's possible. And it's through my generation. It's my generation's responsibility to make that happen. I'm 40 now. So if we don't do it, it'll never happen.
Young man.
I feel like we the now.
We got to stop saying, yo, forget these young dudes, or yo, they ain't listening. Yo, these, I mean, we got to really snatch them up.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
And we got to, you know what I'm saying? I done told every young rapper in Grant that, you know what I mean, pull up to this radio station. I'm just waiting on them, you know what I'm saying? And these are the 20-year-old cats. I'm 40, like I said. It's a whole new breed out here.
Oh yeah, there was a young dude in there earlier today.
And they talented, and they got more followers than me.
He didn't come on, but he was out there, and he told me
they on the internet. You know, they with the gang, so people supports them. They all support each other with this gang thing they doing now. These 19, 20-year-old kids, they got 10,000 views with their videos. I ain't got none of that. My friends, you know what I mean, they ain't supporting like that. It's like that whole generation is together. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that young crowd.
And I'm peeping that.
That 20-year-old crowd, right?
And it's gonna take somebody from our era to unite it.
Yeah. There was a young guy here.
A lot of cats from my era gave up on them. Though. We ain't dealing with them.
I'm the one from my era.
You feel me? They hard
bringing it together.
I'm gonna kill one of these little.
Nah, we ain't like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
You don't get that from us.
Most people in my generation, we not really trying to even hang around that because they hard headed and they don't listen.
Mo Cream, thanks for coming through.
You know what I'm saying?
And you and I are gonna bridge the gap.
I
talked to you already.
I already told you. I got every rapper in Grant. Yo, I'm gonna have every rapper in Grant coming through here.
No, listen. Forget about all that, man. We want our straight out of Grant shirts, man.
I got that for y'all.
But we want our swag, man. You know, we'll make a contribution.
We'll bring a package through for y'all next time.
Look, we'll make a contribution. We ain't, we want to support the cause, So we ain't, we don't mind that. We make a contribution to the shit. We ain't asking for no FREE. This is the FRE. This is the free shit here.
Yeah,
but y'all got some shirts, man. We support that, man. I'll buy them, man. We'll support that.
The crazy thing is, as many times as I've seen you, I never knew
you didn't, man.
No, man.
Because you too busy talking about boxing, man. You always want to train me.
We got to build bridges. We got to build bridges.
Yeah.
We got to work together.
I still want to get that training.
Boxing is important, man. Self-defense is highly important.
You hearing him and him hearing you. Y'all got to hear each other.
Yeah, we got to hear each other, man.
What's his name again?
My man Al. Give him the mic.
The youth and the older crowd got to hear each other out. It's all about communication. You dig what I'm saying? I know you got something to say, but he got something to say too. Right. So once you hear the next person out, maybe he'll hear you out.
But look like one of those
that'll bridge the gap.
Look like one of those videos was shot right in the front door right there.
Hold on. I'm going to say something.
Everything out straight out the project.
And hold on. I'm going to say something. I don't curse. And Doug knows, but I'm going to say something. I'm going to curse now. I'm going to curse, Doug. I think it's a damn shame that none of these cats have come and grabbed me and say, Rick, we need some training. I'm a former professional
I know. That's
damn boxer. Yeah. I know my way around the ring. Okay? Nobody came to me and says, Rick, let's build something here.
Hey, Rick, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't even know that. So maybe if you inform some of these young brothers of that,
Rick.
Maybe they'll come up to you and approach you. You saying, hey, won't they run up to you? Hey, Rick. They don't know that.
A few of them know.
A lot of them don't.
And why you can't keep saying it? Why you can't?
He didn't know.
Why you can't keep saying it? Because maybe people ain't ready when you said it. Maybe they'll be ready when you do say it.
That's when we got to step up and come down to.
Now look, I remember when I was growing up, and it's always conflict in impoverished neighborhoods. So it's always little fights and skirmishes and all that. I remember there was one guy in particular. He was connected to the PAL some way, so he used to come around and watch the little fights and invite guys over to the PAL so that, they can learn how to box if they want to be out here fighting and all that. So that's the same thing.
Rick just gave out. He had more than a business card. He has like a business folder.
Rick Young.
That's me in Madison Square Garden winning that fight. That's me.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, I got a son. Hey, yo, man, love boxing. Hey, yo, man,
into boxing.
Ray Cream.
Something different.
That's me.
Oh,
In the garden, winning.
I did not know that was you.
Wow, Rick, I didn't know that.
I had about 15 fights in the garden total.
Look like the hitman, man.
See, that's history. I ain't
Yeah, you look like Tommy Hearns. Hey, look, everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen that shit already, man. Everybody's seen that shit, man. He bring that shit out every week, man.
I know who you are, man.
He do that shit out every week,
It's not about bragging. It's about sharing, bringing the gift to the table. How Doug brought his talents and gifts to the table.
Yeah.
And you see what we have.
Literally.
We have the potential to do some magnificent things.
Y'all doing it.
Yo, I had about 3 fights.
Y'all doing it right now. Y'all doing it right now because when
Garden right behind.
when Carlton brought us here, he said, you know what?
Show it again with the face on the camera. With his face on the camera, because you had it on the reverse. Yeah, no, show it the other way. Yeah, so you see Rick and his face information.
Well, that's from the radio. That's
the Tommy Hearns one.
He showed the shit every week, man. Go ahead, man.
Well, now you showing it on this show.
I ain't mad at
Good
you.
afternoon.
I ain't mad.
I already know it's history.
I ain't mad about that. I'm just mad when you start that monkey bar stuff. That's what I'm like.
Meet Rick
I already know it's Bob.
on this platform.
He still ain't no joke too. He still got the
Hold up, time out, man. I started playing basketball in front of my building. We had the monkey bars.
Here we go.
And we had some serious games.
Nigga,
He don't understand what it was.
This nigga all project.
Nice,
He's all city, man, on the monkey bars. Niggas all city on the monkey bars, man.
Yo, that's where we started.
Nah, I hear
The
you.
games was serious. It was no joke. It was serious games on the monkey bars. I'm telling you, man. He don't know about that, man.
Nah.
What you know about Stone Gym and all that back in the day?
Well, we started in the monkey bar before we even made it up to Stone Gym.
Yeah.
Then we went to the park right
Hit the
here.
road, man.
Went to the park, and then we worked our way up to Stone Gym.
Yeah, you a weekend warrior, man. Go ahead with that.
You keep thinking that.
Go ahead, man. I'm thinking that, man. I seen your jump on the monkey bars, man. And plus, you short, man. You short, man. You're like 5'10".
Okay, you got anything you want to end off by saying? Anybody, you guys?
Oh, you throwing him out, man?
No, we're gonna give him a little interview too. Moose is here, right?
No, we don't want to interview. We don't want to interview him. We want to talk to the people from Craig.
We're gonna be back.
They can come back. He's gonna come back next time. He one of them smarty pants guys. This guy in college over there.
I got a new record,
Fuck his
man.
monkey ass.
But I emailed it to you. You might can't play it, right?
Why is it explicit?
Nah, it's a good record.
Email it to us, man. We can play anything we want,
Email it to
man.
him,
Yeah,
Email it to his monkey behind.
I'm gonna do it.
We can play any shit, man.
I'm gonna play my last
You can't
record.
give them all everything.
That's right.
Yeah,
But listen.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for the next show.
Hey, Cream. Hey, Cream.
Next
Y'all
show.
came in. Y'all did a little listening party.
Yeah.
You rapped over at least 1 1/4 of a record.
Yeah,
We can't ask no more, man.
I appreciate
All you didn't get asked for is our fucking shirts that we're gonna pay for when you bring it.
And
I got
whenever you
ya.
want to come back, we're gonna hook that up for you.
Yeah, we're gonna pay. We want the shirt. Hey, yo, XXL.
no doubt.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all having us, man.
Before you guys leave, though, I do got a question.
Uh-oh.
What would you say a positive message for the next generation? Each one of you got to go.
Oh, he got a question for all three of y'all.
Oh wow. So you gotta say your name first, man, so we know.
Set it off. Al, set it off.
Don't go first.
Set it off, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna end
mean,
it off.
basically,
What's it?
I would say,
Give your name.
Say to all
Give your
the
name
youth out
first,
there.
Ali. Also.
I mean, I go by the name Al Kidda Gator,
Kid again. I like that name. Well, I thought your name was Light something.
aka Lit Liddy.
Now, lit. Go ahead, Lit. I like that shit. Lit. Go ahead, Lit.
But
Cause that's what's gonna happen when I leave out of here.
I would really say to the youth, like, always stay confident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people out here that feed you a lot of negativity and wrong words of advice. You dig what I'm
I
saying?
like that, man.
You could be trying to be an entrepreneur and somebody else might try to knock you down and say that you can't do it because they feel they can't do it.
Hello.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize that when I was younger. A lot of times I wanted to do things, and I would tell my peers,
They was hating.
They wasn't with it.
Yeah, they was hating.
I'm like, man. So I thought I was thinking wrong.
No, you
but I
wasn't.
know now. So just believe in yourself.
That's right.
Stay confident, no matter what.
And
Have
keep it
some
moving.
vision. And I mean, push forward.
Keep it
No
moving.
matter what nobody else
Yeah,
say.
keep it
I mean,
moving,
do
man.
what you got to do. If
Right.
you believe it, achieve it.
Make it happen.
Follow your dreams.
That's right.
AKA lit. Yeah, okay, to get
Lit. Okay, lit. Let's give it to. Now we going from lit to the Messiah.
All right, Messiah, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Any. What I would like to tell the youth is, basically, deal with people that have like minds, you know, on the same mind, on the same path as you. So if you trying to make it to the NBA, you out here playing basketball, you don't want to be with guys that, you know, they plan on getting a CDL. You know, you want to hang with guys that's doing the same thing you're doing. And furthermore, with that, pick your friends. Don't let your friends pick you. You know, be more conscious of who you around. You know, it could be the decision could change.
Of a lifetime, man. Say it right, man.
Definitely. You know, it could be the difference between,
right.
you know, you being successful and you being in somebody's prison.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. Sitting, looking at the New Jacks when they come in.
Yeah, definitely. Last but not least, man, they definitely be independent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in your own brand and trust your own process, man. Because life is all about what the work you put in, man. You know what I mean? If I'd have knew the things I know 20 years ago, I'd have been rich already.
Well, you rich now, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You rich now, Chris.
Yeah, it's just like
I
I'm
seen the
finally
video.
getting this mindset I got now.
I seen the video. You rich now, man.
I appreciate
I
that,
seen
man,
that,
for real.
Seen that.
Definitely be
That's
independent.
a piece of work right there, man.
Put your own work in, man. You know what I'm saying? Put your own work in. Believe in your own self, man, because ain't nobody going to believe in you more than you.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
That's just how life works.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
What's in your head, Rick?
Well, I want to say, first of all, the fact that you would even think to put a piece together about Bruce Lee and using the whole water philosophy, to me is just that I'm paying attention. You got my attention right there. That's number one. I have a quote that I'm getting ready to go to my show early one morning. Doug's probably tired of hearing it, but I'm going to keep saying it because I think it's important. I heard this guy, the speaker says, stand guard at the door of your mind. Now, funny thing, so this happened on a Friday morning. On Monday, I'm in the barber shop. I'm talking to the guys in the barber shop on 116 Atlantic Avenue. I said, yo, check this quote out. What do y'all get from this quote? Stand guard at the door of your mind. As soon as I finished saying that, a lady came in there talking crazy. Yeah. Pick up the phone. Nobody on the phone. Malcolm X, da-da-da. And the guy was like, come on, miss, you got to. And he put it out, right? So it was like, I made the quote. The example was right there. Like, here's an example of someone that didn't stand guard at the door of her mind, and she let all kind of stuff in, and this is the results. Stand guard at the door of your mind.
I hear that. That's a deep one. I like that.
And that's
I like
my
that,
first
bro.
time ever hearing that.
Yeah.
I like that one, though. That was
Okay.
deep, man.
Yeah. Don't let all kind of stuff up in there, man.
I'm trying, man. That shit is a hard task.
Facebook, this, that, Instagram,
That shit
this,
is a
TV.
distraction. Yeah, it's a distraction.
You need to monitor. If you step into a office building,
Yeah.
excuse me, how may I help you, sir? What floor you going to? They need to check you out. They're not going to let you come in there and set up camp, have a party, smoke weed in the lot. You know, going on. The security guard got to check you in to see if you're going, if you know where you're going, and if you're going to the right place.
Yeah.
Stand guard at the door of your mind.
I hear that. OG, it's on you now, man.
Okay, so I'll just say this, man. You know, I'm going to say this to Messiah. You know, the thing that I did when I got out there, when I walked out of there, I'll never forget. I got out of the big house and I came up to 125th Street, and the guy walked up to me and said, "Yo, Doug, let me get $5." I said, "Man, I just got out of prison. I just got out of prison." He said, "That's why I know you got $5." Because he know they give you a little money. So what my thing was, I kept saying to myself, I'm gonna try to stay out here as long as I was in there. That was my goal. I'm gonna try to stay my ass out here as long as I was in there. It didn't matter. That was just my goal. So of course there was some slippage. It was a little slippage, but I kept coming back to, yo, man, you got to stay out here. So you got to so I would just throw that out there that, because I know how hard it is. And, you need people to help you, to keep you centered. Because, people be filling your head with all kind of crazy shit. And you be thinking you miss shit and all kinds of stuff. But just keep focusing on you. I'm going to stay out here as long as I was in there. If you do that, then you're going to look around and say, God damn, I've been out there forever. You know what I mean? Because they don't mind keeping you in there. So you want to make sure that you don't mind keeping you out here. So that would be my word from me to you, because I know what that was like. It's really hard, man, when you get out.
Okay, thank you for that. Shit, yo.
I appreciate that.
Round of applause for that, man.
Look at the work that he's doing.
All right, we getting the funk out of here, right?
Yeah, man.
Are we out too?
Ski Mask Records on the sign out, man. Ski Mask way.
We're gonna talk to Musa real quick and talk about what he's about. Give him a short interview, and then we can get up out of here.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Peace up, man. Hey, yo, let Rick know when we can get our pack of shirts. How much they for one? Stay out of grant. Yeah, we need about. No, I don't know none of them, but I mean, I want some of those so that I'll take at least 10 of them, so I'll give them out. Well, when people come out, give them. Hey, yo, know what else we need? We need if y'all, would you go back in there? Nice meeting. I ain't hating if y'all do a drop for us. I ain't gonna be hating. I'll take it. I'll take a drop. Yeah, huh?
You helping me help you?
Yeah.
I think that might have been mine.
Yeah, you better take your cigarettes with you. Yeah, a drop for the, that was make it GHCR, NYC, blah, a little something. Yeah.
But do one.
All right. Let me know when y'all playing again so I can come watch.
All right, man.
Yeah.
My man.
Yo,
well, tell us about it.
You know, man.
I was scared to tell you, man. I want you to box me out.
Don't let your phone ring around his ass.
So, Mike, call me up.
Yeah, of course. Coming back, of course.
All right.
Hey, Jerron, man, that was, let's play the music, because we dead air right here. Damn. Going dead air, we have a fit if we was up at the joint. Huh?
Devoted. I'm so devoted to you, to you. You can trust me out of your sight, even though I may stay out late at night. I'm so
but we got started late because of the parade. But
chapel bells are calling. only love to see. Too strong a love to be denied. Oh, too long a love to divide. There's only one thing to do, and the thing to do for me new is say I do. Chapel bells are calling, baby, we've been stalling too long. Those bells are ringing for me and you. Why should we be separated when we could be related? Why should we wait any longer? Oh, our love could grow no stronger. So sugar, get ready. The day we've waited for and waited for can't wait no more. Chapel bells are calling, baby, we've been stalling. Those bells are ringing for me and you. I hear them every day, baby, you better get ready. In other words, I say, baby, let's get married. I hear them every day,
It's not so. The doing part is not as important as it used to be.
Don't ever leave. Don't ever go. Then you would leave me. It would hurt me so.
don't ever leave me.
No, 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 no.
Don't ever leave me.
You made me fall for you. Something I tried not to do. And now you want to leave me. What am I going to do? So,
Don't ever leave me.
baby, baby, baby,
Don't ever leave me.
it's hurting so bad. It's making me sad. It's causing me to cry. I just want to die. Yeah, yeah.
Don't ever leave me.
No, 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 no.
Don't ever leave me.
My darling. Forget about the
Don't ever
past.
leave me.
Forget about the bad times. And make our new thing last. So,
Don't ever leave me.
no, 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 no. Oh, baby. My baby.
Don't ever leave me.
I'm
Wow. Today, it's been a big, long day, and we've had some wonderful guests from Brother Leroy with his two guests, Speed and the young lady Sheila, who's from I want to say Texas. Yeah, from Sugarland, Texas. She was on, and she was talking about vaccinations. And then, of course, we had the very nubile Mr. Rick, Motivation Young, and he had his crew up in here. Who you had today, Rick? Who you had today?
Adam the Next.
The Next. Who did you had him in it?
R&B singer and songwriter.
So he had the R&B singer. So again, Jerome, we had some performance today, and he came in and he sang, and that dude, you think this rapper was good. Money came in there, man, he was singing a cappella, Jack, Stevie. He was singing a cappella, Stevie Wonder shit, man.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, man. Well, you ain't gonna miss it when you go on YouTube, that's for sure. But he was really, really, really good, and Rick had him in here, and then, you brought in the Mo Cream and the crew. And they was talking about more than love, but they was really getting at it. And then, of course, what's my man's name over there? Mensa?
Mensa, like mansion.
You mean like
Mansa Musa, yeah.
You mean like Mensa,
yeah.
Like Mensa, the intellectual organization where all the genius. There's a group called Mensa, where you have to have like over 125. No, I'm serious. They have 125 IQ to get in. It's called Mensa. Do you know about that?
You educated me today.
Well, that's the reason why I know about it, because I'm in it. But hey, yeah, you got to have like over 125 IQ to get in it.
You got paper proof?
Well, you don't have to believe me. And look, and you're pretty smart not to believe me, because I was lying like a rug. You ain't in shit. I'm not in that. But there is a real group called Mensa for people who are over. I guess you could take a test to get it. I never tried it, but because when I was in prison, they told me I had the IQ of like 52, and I told the psychiatrist, I said, that means I'm an imbecile. And why are you talking to me?
I'm standing on 116th Street in Lenox Avenue. I'm having a conversation with a gentleman, and he used a word to me that was very interesting, and I would like to get some feedback from you, Doug. He used the word cognizant. I said, whoa. What does cognizant mean, Doug?
It means that, you're aware, that you're aware of something. I'm cognizant of your idiosyncrasies, let's say. So that means I'm aware of your silly shit that you're doing. That's what cognizant means. But, Jerron's got his Google machine right there. He can get a real...
Yeah, I like to... Because, I mean...
I know he's already typing already, and I know how he is.
I find that to be
I believe that's the answer.
I find it to be a very interesting word, and I like to do. Can you tell me about that word? Do you know the word Mensa?
No, I just wanted to ask if it's cognizant, like Z-E-N or
Cognizant.
Cognizant.
Okay.
It means I think it means awareness.
Yeah,
when you agree with that
spiritual level or no?
I don't know about the spiritual, but I mean I just mean what the word means, because remember, he's a grad school guy. I went to grad school too, but I don't mean
no, cognizant.
It's probably not a word.
So you don't even have to. You don't have to even spell it. You just say it, huh? You don't even have to spell it.
Now you know why I call it the machine in the pocket. That ain't no damn phone.
No, cognizant.
Cognizant.
So, no, cognizant.
I said that.
I can get it with a T at the end.
Spell it, C-O-G.
Right, that's it. With the T.
Oh, it is a word.
Yeah, that's a word.
It's a very interesting
let's get to
word.
college. Come on, college boy. What the fuck do it mean? Fucking guy go to college, go to Columbia, and he...
Having knowledge of or being aware of. A statesman must be cognizant of the political boundaries within which they work.
Come on, man. You got your thing on there.
Apprised, abreast.
You got your YouTube feed on there. Turn it down.
Mm-hmm. More like aware, conscious.
Turn off your YouTube.
So does it mean... So was I right? Was I close?
Close.
Aware. I said it means aware.
Yes,
You're
of course. Right there. It says aware.
Okay.
Highlight it.
I did say that, right?
Yeah.
That's that grad school, right?
Hey, no, that's what happens when you go to. That's what happens when you take your preparation training at Elmira State Reformatory. You get the big words, baby. You wasting your time over at Columbia. You should have went right on up here with me to Elmira. You'd have been a doctor by now. Yeah, I know that.
Man, I ain't know that.
I know that. You ain't say nothing wrong.
All right.
You was good.
We got our last guest here, and I love his name, but I got to work on pronunciation if I want to be the professional journalist I am. But until then,
boy, we're a long way from that. But go ahead.
Until then, I'm going to ask him to say his name, so I'm not butchering his name. What's your name again?
The name is Mensa. M-A-N-S-A. Last name Laporte, like ouvrir la porte, the door.
La puerta. La puerta.
La porte.
La puerta. Abre la puerta.
Cierra
la puerta.
What's your origin of your name?
The origin, Mensa, comes from the emperor.
What country
Mensa
you from,
Musa.
man?
Man, I'm from.
Yeah, be your family.
Well, hold on. Wait, one thing at a time. Hold on. What's your
sorry,
origin of your
Jerome.
name,
Sorry.
and then we're going to get to where you're
Sorry,
from.
Jerome, my bad.
Yes, sir. Mensa comes from the name Mensa Musa, who come from the Mali Empire, and Muslim brother that started, schools up in Mali and Timbuktu, and all had straight gold. And my last name Laporte comes from the Haitian background, as you asked, brother. I'm Haitian to the bone, to the fullest. I mean, September 20th represents Jean-Jacques Dessalines. It's the birthday and the whole independence, 1804, man.
Oh,
okay, man. We got a Frenchman up in
So
here.
you're currently living in the States now.
Why you ain't bringing us
You
no
was born
bread,
in New
bro?
York City? You was born in Harlem, born in Manhattan, born
No,
in
sir.
Haiti,
I
man.
was born in Créteil, that's outside of Paris.
Oh.
And I came here when I was young. First place I lived, I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yes,
So now, so right now, are you in? You go to school where?
I go to school in Columbia, School of Social Work.
Oh, so you're going to be a social worker?
Something like that, but you got to get that license and everything. So that's what the mission is. But there's much more bigger picture than that. I picture for myself and whatever is God's plan according to it.
So what's inspiring to do social work?
My aunt, man. My aunt coming, you deal with situations in your life with your parents and everybody, how it is in the Haitian culture. I mean, not even just Haitian culture, the black Moors, just seeing that. My aunt used to take us to go to the projects. We used to go to PT. We used to go to PT, volunteer, do little things like that.
Parent-Teacher Association?
What is it?
Parent-Teacher Association?
No, PT Barnum. That's a project community that I was in college. It was New Bedford. New Bedford is a town in Massachusetts where what's his name? Frederick Douglass came from.
Okay.
Ain't that on the New York border, close right to the New York?
That's another Bedford.
Okay.
Yeah, but New Bedford, and we started doing mentoring programs out there, helping out the youth, and I started seeing appreciation, just doing pantry work, stuff like that. That was boring, but I found an appreciation because it was giving back to the community, and that's the biggest thing.
So you're currently still living in Connecticut?
Back and forth, but I'm living in the Bronx right now.
You're in the Bronx, and you travel to Columbia to finish. What you trying to pursue in Columbia?
So just doing this master work in clinician. So I believe there needs to be more clinician.
Wait, hold on. I'm not familiar with that.
Clinician. So clinician could do various things, but one of the things that we work with is diagnosing, and it's like a therapy where you have people come to you, and at times you are helping those people to find where they need to be. You deal with people with mental health. You deal with regular people. It varies.
Mm-hmm.
But my main thing about being a clinician, I seen that it needed to be more people that look like me.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think one of the biggest things is you see somebody and you go to somebody and the person don't really know where you're coming from. They don't understand you. You don't understand them. And we need to do more programming, things like that. And I seen that Columbia was a school that could give me an opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And also I seen how I used to take the train. I used to come down on 125th and walk all the way down here. I didn't take no Uber and stuff like that. I got to know the community before I step out.
Yeah.
One of the first times I ever came out here was for the Marcus Garvey. And I heard Dr. Umar Johnson speak. And after that, I started learning the history, just writing my paper to get into Columbia. And I was searching, I was learning about Harlem, and I seen the Holy Mecca. I was just learning about it, and I said, man, it's something so powerful like that. And Columbia's right there. Why are we not invested in those people in the communities? Why are we just
helping out other schools. Not to say that other schools don't need help, but you right here in Harlem. We should have like 10, 15. We should be collaborating with different people from different projects, different people that are right here in the city itself.
You ain't got
So
no.
being said, do you mind helping being part of this movement where we're going to bridge the gap and make sure the people who are the younger generation than us have the information they need so they can succeed and being positive members of their community as well? So you were on board with the mission. You signed up with us.
I already signed my life to it.
Great.
That's my gift from God.
Love to hear
Okay,
that.
so where's our T-shirts, man?
We don't give T-shirts.
The other guys,
Where's this T-shirt?
the other guys that was here, they gonna
Doug
give
is my
us.
man from-
They gonna give us the T-shirts,
He always want what
and
we
you
want.
coming in with that parlez-vous français, and we ain't getting no shirt, man.
You
Je
know
ne
what?
parle no shirt. Je
No,
ne
no,
parle
no,
no. We don't want no la plume. We don't want
No,
no
no,
le- le- no.
Non, je vais te dire. I'm gonna give you this.
Écoutez.
Okay, yeah. Écoutez. L'union fait la force. That's what I leave you.
Oh man.
L'union fait la force. Union fait la force. That no. Because you know what? In unity, there's strength. That's implemented inside your soul. Ain't no T-shirt to give you
How
that.
old are you?
26, my brother.
How old are you?
26, my brother.
Wow.
Hey, yo, that's nice, but I still want a fucking shirt, man.
He's in
Soon.
his 20s, man.
I still want a shirt.
Talking
We gotta.
like this.
We're gonna have to collaborate and put some of that on the shirt so that we can give it to other people or something.
Yeah,
Because people like to get stuff, man. We should be
it's
we should be
coming.
trying
So where's
to
that?
like when Rick comes, I get stuff from Rick. I get stuff from Brother Leroy. You know, we like to give. You know, we give a lot of shit to that guy sitting next to you. We mess with him a lot, and and we try to do as much as we can to help each other. So that'll be good, man. I think that's a nice thing. But can I ask him a question, Gerard?
Sure.
All right. What about the guns, man? What about the fucking guns? What about the fucking guns?
I'm gonna tell you something,
what
man.
about-
You talked about it, and I couldn't agree even more. My only thing is, if the plan is to have, first of all, we got to put it in policy, and we talk about insurance.
Hey, you like that?
I love it.
You know why I said that?
However, let's make it happen that all of us that's here and everybody that understands it.
You gotta talk it up first.
We
We talking it up. We talking it up.
gotta
Jack.
form it because
We
you know
talking
what
it up.
happens
We
after
talking
that.
it up,
You
Jack.
know what happens. They're
Speaking
gonna-
into existence.
All right, I
He's
say,
speaking
I
it
say.
into existence. All I'm
Say.
saying is that the reason why I like the insurance thing, because the one thing that they know how to do, they know how to regulate shit, and we let them. And that's more important than anything when it comes around the gun thing. It's got to get regulated, man. And it ain't regulated right now. And you got the little young white boys going around fucking people up, man. It ain't the little young Spanish dudes running around with no AKs. And they got them. They ain't no little black dudes running around with them AKs. They got them too. They not doing that. And you want to nip all that because you're a social worker.
Yes, sir.
So you want to nip all that shit in the bud, man. And so you need regulation and rules. And that's what you need people to understand, that if they don't take nothing away from this sappy stuff that was talking about guns, they should take away that we need rules and regulation. And the stuff that the do nothing people are talking about, the people who, when that young white boy walked into Connecticut and mowed down 26 kids, if you wasn't gonna do nothing then, you ain't gonna never do nothing. Because there was little kids, man, that they killed, and they didn't do shit. In fact, the families was in Congress asking them to do stuff, and they didn't do anything. So you know that the do nothing people ain't gonna do nothing, and anything that they talking about doing is some do nothing shit. Because none of them is talking about this. And the one guy who even talked about license, which was Cory Booker, he got scared and said it like he was a church man. I think we ought to have a license. What? Put the bass in your voice, boy. Because this is serious. It's a serious business. I think we ought to have a license. What the fuck is that? You gotta this is serious business. People. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with them little young white boys, man.
I do want to say this.
Okay, say
It's
it.
funny that you say that because it was my research. Yes, my research method class, and that was the first question. I meant to say that. That
What
was
was
the
the
first
first
question
What was it?
about shootings. What should they do about shootings?
I just
Mass
told you. I
shootings.
just gave you.
I know.
I gave you the whole shit.
This was
I
the
gave
first
you-
day.
I gave you the top. I gave you from the top to the bottom, side to side. You take that back there, man. That's the answer.
Yes, sir.
I'm serious.
No,
That's
but
the answer. 'cause
the
you-
thing that they were saying, what is the cause of it? And that's why you was getting to the point where you were saying, you don't know about these little white Europeans, what they
It's them,
and
they can't regulate themselves. That's probably part of their recalcitrant. Rick, this SAT word. It's part of their recalcitrant. That's an SAT word. It's part of their reluctance. So to break it down, for doing this because they have to regulate themselves, and you have to do nothing people who are trying. Who everybody want to regulate. They can't regulate themselves. That's why you need somebody outside to say. That's why when that kid O'Rourke got up and said, we're going to take it away, they all started shitting in their pants because finally somebody said it. And then you know what? You had Democrats getting on TV saying, oh, wow, this is going to be a problem because the Republicans are going to use this for this also. And one black lady said, what are you worrying about them for? We ain't trying to win them over.
And that's the problem.
There ain't no problem. There's just people need to understand.
No, but they still stuck on that.
Yeah, but see, dig this. That's why
you
should. That's why you need to vote them out. You got to vote them out because you need a way to take somebody who's not doing what you need them to do and get rid of them. Because if you live with a woman and you not, or a woman or whatever, and one of y'all, I'm just saying, no, but not. I mean, like, I'm talking about what side it is. If people ain't getting what they need, you ain't going to be with that person long. You got to be getting whatever that is. You know, once you figure out, when you're in a relationship with somebody, once you figure out that you're getting what you need, a lot of shit is okay. You let a whole lot of shit can go down, Jack. You thinking you get what you need. When you know you're getting what you need and the other person's getting what they need, y'all can figure out almost anything. But as soon as somebody ain't getting what they need, there's a problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for that, Doug.
You're welcome, Jerome.
So Mensa.
Yes, sir.
Now I know your age, and everybody else knows your age.
26.
How do you feel about owning a weapon in your home? Would you like to have a gun, or you don't want to have a gun in your home?
Well, you know, I told you I'm Haitian, so the machete is good enough for us, but, you know, it's faster. It could be hidden anywhere.
And you don't need to get bullets for that.
Not one to be stereotyped. Not one to be stereotyped.
It won't jam on you.
I mean, hey. But it's a choice, you know.
Do you support, or are you against?
No, I mean, hey, listen. David had a gun.
Do you think there should be? Let's get, because Jerron's in favor of having a gun. So do you support having a license if you? Because I'm in favor of having a gun if they're gonna have something that makes sense.
Some regulations.
And I should be able to get one too. By the way,
Yes,
I don't want to hear that bullshit about you're a convicted felon. I don't want to hear that shit, man. You know, I don't need it. I can be a convicted felon and have a car. So I think either they should go ahead on and say we got a Second Amendment and people got to have rules and regulations, or they need to go in and take all the shit away from them little punks, man. They don't need them, man. They don't need them, man.
Rick, how do you feel? Do you support having guns in the home? Because this is the Good Afternoon show, and we have to cover some news. You know, that's a big topic.
I'm gonna have to agree with Doug that it should be regulated, license, insurance. I think that sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Compared to what's on the table right now,
Which is nothing. You got nothing.
Right.
A background check is not going to help anybody. I hope I hope people. I've been trying to get people to understand that.
But in that case, that movie I told you about, when that lady got pushed in that trunk.
Oh, that's working.
And that clown.
It's working,
said,
man.
Yeah, he went to the wooden area, like looked around, nobody around. He go open up the trunk. Pop.
Let me ask you a question. Was that who abducted her? You know, just for shits and giggles.
Who abducted her?
Well, what was the ethnicity of the person who abducted her?
He was a white guy.
Hello.
It's no moral codes, man. That's what it comes down to. No moral
that was
codes,
fly
man.
when she popped that dude. I was.
You know, they showed a video of a guy who did the exact same thing. He kidnapped the lady, grabbed her off the street, threw her in the trunk of his car. When he went to the gas station, somehow she got the thing open and ran out. So you know these, or the 5 ladies in Cleveland where the guy had them stuck in the house for like 7 years. He kidnapped them and white guy kept them in the house for 7 years.
Wow.
You know, these things kind of happen, and so I can see what Jerron is saying about, you know, a weapon could be, you know, helpful and all that. Okay, no, I'm serious. I say okay, but if you got a license, then you're not going to be and know how to use it. Then you're not going to do all that emotional. Somebody's dissing me and all that other crap. You're going to be thinking. Your training, because they're going to force you to get trained. They're going to take down your name, get your social security number when you go to get a license. Yo, we already know all of that. So they're going to, and that's the whole point. They need to know who has what.
But how about the guy that shot his daughter?
Okay.
You mean okay?
Yeah.
You mean okay?
Okay, so if he didn't have a gun, he could wait till his daughter go to sleep and hit her in the head with a rock. I mean, you ain't going to stop people from committing.
Accidentally.
That ain't accidentally. That's for a purpose. You ain't going to commit. I like to call that
That's
side.
an accident, right? Right.
That ain't no accident.
Yeah,
You shoot your daughter.
He didn't notice he left the house.
Hey, dig this.
Like the
I
kid
seen
being
the
left in
guy.
the car. Wasn't that supposed to be an accident too?
I seen the guy do that on TV on one of them crime shows, and he did that. He did and killed his wife. They locked his ass up. They said, "You guilty." They ain't believe him. He said, I shot my wife by accident. They said, 50 years, you fool. You're sleeping in the bed with the same woman. And if I was on you, what you got to ask yourself, if you're on a jury and a guy comes up to you and we're on a jury, and he says, yeah, I shot my wife by accident or I shot my daughter by accident, I'm going to be skeptical because I'm going to be going, you ain't know that's your daughter, man?
Well,
you didn't even think about it. Somebody break in your house, they're going to do something in your house. First of all, you already know that a person that break in your house is like stupid because if they break in your house, that means they break in your house to take something so they can sell it. So you already know whoever's coming to your house is an idiot, right? So those idiot people, you should be able to get around them by having simple things like cameras in your house or some sort of alarm or something because you just want to keep the idiots out. Because when somebody comes in there and you have to go get your weapon, now you are getting ready to make a big-time choice. Because, now you fucking with the penitentiary because if you're wrong, you're dead wrong, even in your own house. People don't understand the rules and the law. So even if you kill somebody by accident, that's a crime. It's called involuntary manslaughter. It's a crime to kill somebody by accident. People don't even know that shit, man. They think, I'm defending myself. No, if you kill somebody by accident, that's a fucking crime. I'm serious.
Yeah, people need to hear that.
They just need to know. So I'm just saying, when you have a weapon, a tool in your house like that, and I used to go to a girl who was a cop. She would come home from her job and lock that thing up. But we didn't get along because after she said a few things.
I was about to say.
No, we didn't get along. After she said a few things, I knew she had that gun in there. I said, I'm out.
To that dude, man.
Yeah, because you're a criminal. Because if you got a criminal record, you go on with somebody who's a police officer, that's not a good look. Because if they can go say something, this is why we broke up. They can go say something about you, and they're not going to take your word. So if she decided to call the cops on me, for instance, let's say we had a disagreement, I'm toast. Because no one's going to believe me over her. So it was kind of scary. So
you knew ahead of time.
Well, I'm just saying, as soon as she started that, talking even in that way, I was like, I'm out. And I would not go back. I don't care when she was calling. I was like, I ain't coming back up in there.
I see Doug when they really talk about this gun stuff. Well, we talked about it.
Because it's a big deal. Yeah. They talking about it on TV. And there's mass shooting. And I haven't heard anybody come up with a solution that made sense except for the stuff we've been discussing.
Do you think that's one of the biggest problems, though?
What?
This mass shooting? Who's it really hurt?
I see I'm like Sherlock Holmes. When it's obvious, I'm not going to look beyond the obvious. I see the young white boys going around and shooting up people.
And you know who's next.
But there was two white guys in here, two electricians that came in here and fixed the light the other day. Mm-hmm. Two white guys, and we were standing here talking, and the guy said something profound. He was stunned. They were both stunned by the room, what we're doing. But the guy said something that was deep. He said, wow, they don't, he said, the people in charge that run the country. I said, yeah, they look like you. He said, yeah, but they don't like us. I said, what are you talking about? The guys that run the country look like both of you guys. He said, we're others. He said, they don't like us. He said, they only like the people who are in charge. And I said, wow, a lot of people who live here, look like me, need to hear that. Because, we think all y'all in it together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll try to interview a Caucasian and bring him in here.
No, I'm not saying it for that reason, but you can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, I was a little stunned that that there's a lot of them that understand that the system is only for certain people. The rewarding part of it. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm also in favor of people getting guaranteed money every month. I'm in
reparations.
Favor of that. I ain't call that reparation. We had that conversation. No, I ain't saying that. I'm saying that everybody in this country.
Universal income you talking
Yes, I do. I believe in that because particularly when it comes to your electricity, because you shouldn't have to pay for electricity because you can't live without it. And the second thing is I think that they should do something about the health care because there shouldn't be a money-making system for the people who repair us. Mm. And it's when you really think about that, that's kind of stupid. The people that repair, they should be getting sweetheart. The doctors should have a sweetheart deal. They should be living for free. They should get a tax-free salary, and they should be at our disposal. Because two of my friends I played ball with were doctors. And whenever my kids would get sick, I could call my friend up who's a doctor and say, hey, this is what's wrong with my kid. And he would come to my house. And I kept saying to myself, this is what everybody wants. You want to be able to call a doctor that you know when something's wrong with your daughter or whatever and say, hey, this is what I need. And you get it. And, you know, the doctor's there for you. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you ain't worried. When I busted up my knee in the game, the doctor came right over to me while I was laying on the floor and said, okay, guess what? You're getting an operation. I'm still laying on the floor, man, in the gym. And he said, you're getting an operation. You got to do it in 10 days. I'm going to call the ambulance. You're going to go to the doctor. You're going to get in the ambulance. I'm laying on the floor. He said, let me look at it. He looked at my knee and said, you're fucked up. He said, you're going to have 10 days to get it repaired. You're going to go there. They're going to stabilize it and give you some drugs. Call me tomorrow.
You know what? I got a question on that. Unless.
Yeah, go.
You ever think that with your injury that happened, I'm only being biased because of my injury. I had a torn ACL and everything.
Oh.
You ever think that could have healed on its own?
No.
Okay.
Because I seen my knee, and there was a big curve where my knee used to be at. It was like it was a big like S inside of my leg had a big S in it, and I was like going whoa. And when I sat down, I could walk on my leg. Mm-hmm. But when I sat down, I couldn't make it move. I would be going like moving, my leg be going. Who you talking to?
But you never gave it rest. That's the thing.
Yo, I'm gonna say it again. My knee was like this. Where the knee part supposed to be, my leg, there was a big S curve in it. You could see that some part of my knee was gone.
Okay, Doug. The next time you take about 10 minutes, we're gonna put a camera on you. Is that okay?
Why?
Because people want to see the voice of God.
You're a liar.
It's just a voice.
You're a liar.
It's always been a voice.
Liar.
Who's this voice? It's a
You're
voice on the show, Jerome. Who's the voice? We're going to put you in one of these.
You're a liar. The button pusher.
And you're gonna,
I'm not here.
Who wanted to know who that was? Was that Adrian again?
Yeah, because we don't care.
My mother, other people who are hear the show, they just hear a voice and they don't see the voice.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm the voice of reason.
Okay.
The voice of reason. This is why we brought Mensa in here.
Yeah, so that Mensa, man. I want to
so we can have people that's more. And that's why you're here, Jerron. You're not here, and Rick's here. So
I thought Adrian was the voice of reason.
We're gonna. She's coming, Rick. She's gonna come.
Hey, Rick, I like that, Rick.
We bringing Adrian.
I like that, Rick. I like that, Rick. I like that.
Give us some pain medication.
See, Mensa, you don't know who this is. Last week he came in here and said he did a survey of some particular place, and then we said, so your sampling size was 1.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was so.
And it was Adrian.
It was Adrian,
Right.
and he said that the show was. The lady said the show was boring. His sampling size of 1 said the show was boring, and Rick said, "Well, whose show was you listening to?" And he said, "Mine." We said, "Okay, then you're boring."
Do you know you, Rick, and you, Doug, are part of this show, and y'all helping making it boring?
Yeah,
I didn't want to touch.
And we're doing it on purpose. And we're doing it on purpose.
Of reason that you were trying to proclaim.
Hey, we're doing
part of making it boring.
Yo,
part of this show.
And we're helping
all alone.
And remember, Rick, remember this, Jerron.
Because you guys are not helping me out.
No, we're helping you to be boring.
Exactly. Let's get the Mensa, man.
We're helping.
Mensa.
That's why we brought Mensa in here because
I call him Mensa Musa already.
We brought Mensa in here. That's why they helicoptered Mensa in here.
Oh, he came when
he got helicoptered in this motherfucker. And he got helicoptered in here so that we'd have some educated voice.
Yeah, I like that about you, and I like his youth. I like that.
You do?
Yeah, I thought you was like maybe my age, maybe in your 30s.
No, he's not your age. He's 20-something years old, and he goes to grad school, and that means that he's.
Well, let's get to that.
He told you that already. You wasn't even listening.
We didn't finish.
He told you
about the holistic approach he's going.
Yeah, but we want to leave. We want to leave. You've been here all day. And Mensa, let me ask you a question. Mensa, aren't you coming back next week?
Yes, sir.
You're coming back next Sunday. He's not leaving. He's going to be here every week. Because Carlton.
You going to run shotgun with me every week?
Man, if we got to do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so I'm
be in here. No worries.
Let me be in here because we're gonna because in some point you're going to be in trouble because Rick is going to be over here and I'll be at home drinking lemonade in the shade, messing with my 2 granddaughters. No. Rick. Sometimes Rick's going to be here because
you're going to rotate with me.
It's not that. It's because Rick has his own way of doing his thing. He knows how to engineer stuff. Everybody that from outside the thing knows how to do all that, And I'm only doing it because we just getting started. And I always do that. But
right.
when we get started, talk a lot of shit, and then
you Christian in this show. You Christian.
Well, listen, I got, I'm, unlike Rick, I'm banned from up at the other station for some of the things that I said.
That's why I want to give you an interview, though.
Yeah, I said that because I was busy talking about the saltines, and they didn't like it. So they didn't like my cute terminology.
You might be my most interesting interview.
They didn't like my cute terminology, Mensa.
I gotta do it
for the for you know who.
I want to know how he did.
But here, since we're a Part 15 radio station, operating under the FCC Part 15 rules, which most people don't know what the fuck that is. Which is, if you want to get something done around the saltines, it's good to do something that they don't know what it is. Where they have to come and ask you what it is, which I think is against their law to ask anybody that are of color what's going on, because they think they know everything, like young people. How old are you again now, Mensa?
26.
Yeah, you're young. You would consider yourself a young person? Well, you've been on the planet for a quarter century, so I don't know.
Nah, but he's very mature.
He sure is.
He's very mature.
I thought he was my age.
He sure is. Sure is.
Do you mind if you're gonna shotgun with me? Can you put a blazer on like me? Can you look like we're?
He don't need to do that.
I can't change who I am.
He don't need to do that.
Okay.
He don't
It's not
need to
about
do
the
that.
blazer.
He don't need to do
Not
that.
about the blazer.
It's not
No,
about
you-
the outer.
You need the blazer.
content.
You need the blazer. You need the blazer, and to go with your blue hair, because he got blue hair today. We got the Dennis Rodman of community radio.
Well, called the Vice Griller.
He's the Dennis Rodman.
Called the trendiness of fashion.
No, I ain't hating.
Dennis Rodman era.
I'm not
because
hating.
That's what everybody's doing.
Hey
and
Joe.
I'm a trendy
Hey
guy.
Joe. I'm not hating.
And I went to college
I
for
ain't
merchandising.
Hey Joe. I'm not.
So I'm on top of my fashion game.
Hey Joe Ron. I'm not hating. I'm just speaking
Well,
out.
I'm letting you know, my mother's a beautician too. I'm getting
I'm
a little
speaking
white
out.
glove.
Well,
she's coming to the show too.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think his hair is blue.
Yeah, it's jet black blue, so you can't tell unless you
It's
put the
blue. I
light.
said to myself, wow.
We have the light on.
I said, wow,
Couldn't tell.
he's got into his mother's coloring stuff.
Yeah, she got,
Because most old ladies have blue hair, and I see you was dipping in her shit while she wasn't looking.
Well, why you ain't hit the Vice Griller with that? Why you ain't let him know about his green hair?
No.
What's going on with that?
Because the Vice Grilling is a rapper.
I'm a rapper too. You didn't know I was a rapper. Hey. I have a mixtape in 2005. I'm gonna bring it. You're gonna edit it out. Put my music on there, so that's gonna be part of my intro. Mum's the word. Harlem Get Fresh.
He's already said he has a mix.
Come on.
Hey, well, we know. Listen, we learn.
You just met
We
me,
learn. Hey,
dog.
look.
I'm
Hey,
talented.
hey, Joe Ron. We learn about you every week.
You know, as a rapper, it's just that it's not my time no more.
We learning.
Mo Cream is still pursuing it.
We learning about.
But we actually like the same age, but I'm just not pursuing it no more. I started doing stage.
I like it. No, I think that's good.
Dirty.
You came and you figured out how to put that
I
light.
run
Even
light.
though I was yelling like a little baby about it. Anybody you touching something's broken. But he knew what he was doing.
Apollo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? PlayStation Theater.
Good stage He's a stagehand. He's a good stagehand, but you know,
like 7-8 years.
But most stagehands don't make good radio hosts.
Yeah, but I think that's not my origin.
They're right. Your origin is not being a host. Luckily that you have Mensa. Now you have Mensa. You have Rick, and you have myself to help you out.
Form like Voltron. Thank you so much, guys.
We're helping you out. Well, listen, we do it because we can.
Yes.
That's the only reason why we do it.
Thank you.
And because Carlton said, "Can you help that guy?" He said, "Doug, please."
Okay, let's conclude this show.
Said, Doug, can you please?
This
help
has
him?
been Live at Grant.
Then he said,
We're live at Ulysses Grant Housing.
Thank you. Okay, keep going. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, we live at Grant. We're concluding. We got my new
you.
co-host.
Thank
He's going to
you.
come ongoing. He got a lot of education
You
background.
made him a co-host already?
I mean, he's like going to ride shotgun with me.
Thank you.
So
Okay, all right. Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this to the people at Grant. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you can't say it enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're going to bring more people
Thank
from
you.
Grant here. They're going to do more of
Thank you.
what they do. Hopefully
you.
it's positive, or I'm going to get chopped up by Doug and Rick. So I'm going to make sure my guest is filtered out to be doing
Hey, look.
things.
Well, Rick is a nice guy, but
I
I'm
still
not.
get chopped up by Rick.
I'm not a nice guy. Rick is
had a
nice to
surprise
you.
guest and
Rick is
chopped me
nice
up.
to you.
Don't
Rick is
leave your guest here,
Rick is
go get
nice.
changed,
Rick
you
has
know?
been nice to you. I ain't ever been nice to you. I've been kind of mean to you.
No, I like the way you are, but
I'm
Rick,
kinda mean.
that subtle niceness.
Yeah, he's too
passive
nice.
aggressive,
He's too nice,
You know,
yeah.
it's kind of scary. Like,
Yeah,
you're
it
talking
is.
to me
It
slow
is.
with the
I don't like to
heart
mess with him either.
Jerome, you can't be doing. I'm like, you know, Rick, whatever you say.
I don't like to mess with him either. You notice I don't mess with him a lot.
No,
'Cause he'll say stuff like this. Doug, this my show.
No. He got an uncle that used to spar with me, so he gets
Oh, there
respect
you go.
on that
Okay,
level.
okay.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay.
Rich used to spar with me. Not many
Hereditary.
people did.
Hereditary respect.
Not many people did. He was one of the few. His uncle. And
Okay, but
he knew it was at stake.
Okay, but I look at you and Jerron, and
He knew he had to take punishment, but he still did it.
Mensa, do you know how to play basketball at all?
Yeah.
You're kind of tall. Can you play a little bit?
Yeah, he played ball, rap.
You
With
play
the stereotype.
So okay, so maybe we'll have to get, Rick out there and watch you dust Rick's ass.
So there you have it.
You know,
We're live.
Rick, you're not laughing. I noticed that.
Every Sunday,
Rick, you're not
from
laughing.
1 to 7.
Hey, Rick, how come you're not laughing, Rick? I'm not feeling that. Why you not?
That concludes our show. This has been Jerron Bryce.
You don't know, man.
So you-
Mighty signing off.
See the mighty guy. You see how this is getting him? He's signing up the show. Don't put the things like you had them before. They nice. Down low. Like you had them before. Up. Yeah. Now,
Sorry.
Yeah. Put them all like that when we leave. Yeah, that was. I thought that was hot. Yeah, that was hot. But Jerron, you didn't say nothing about the lights. You ain't say shit. Last week you was complaining. Last week you was complaining. He put his own flash. He took his phone out and put the flashlight in his face.
When you see the blue hair, I said you only noticed it now because we have good lights now.
I didn't hear that part.
We hooked the lights up.
I heard you talking about you was gonna wear the blue hair again. That's what I heard. This nigga got blue hair, man. Come on, man. This nigga got on blue hair. He got blue hair, man. He got a blue hair on in the suit, and he's the Dennis Rodman of Grand Houses Community Radio. Dennis Rodman, baby. I was at the table earlier. I was at the table and I was talking to them. What's her name? People see us. Because remember, we got cameras all over the place. This is really stupid shit we do. We got cameras everywhere. This is stupid what we doing.
I'm just jobbing with you. But I'm out. Signing off.
Yeah, get out of here. Okay, this has been GHCR.NYC. And remember, if you go to 959.GHCR.NYC, you'll see all the recordings of the show live. If you want to go to YouTube, you can see the shows on YouTube. Just type in live at Grant, and you'll get it. I don't even. Hey, Jerron, you don't even have to say B1 Harlem. I don't think. Sometimes you put live at Grant, it comes up. Sometimes you have to put B1 Harlem after. But if you put everything in, it's going to come up, and you'll get a chance to see all the guests and everybody that was here today, man. And thank everybody. And remember, if you tune in next week, you just might learn something.